Mic check. That's right, I have theme music now. That theme music is so good. Incredible sample. And I was gifted this lovely theme music by a fantastic person who may or may not be listening. And that would be TheHomieJigglz. So much love to Jiggles for doing that. I have nothing else to do for this episode. That's all I wanted to showcase. So peace out. Have a good one. No, I'm kidding. I actually would like to go over the fact that no music really has come out in the last 2 weeks. And I was just like, man, I don't even know if I'm going to do an episode this week. But then, by the grace of the Lord above, and by random happenstance, was talking to our good friend. You may have heard of him, TheHomieJigglz. We just were talking for a long time on Instagram, and we decided that it would be really cool if we had a chat. So, go figure, I have a guest. I have the very first guest on Mic Check, and I'm super excited. I have Jeremy, a.k.a. TheHomieJigglz, with me. How are you doing today, man?
Boom. You looking for that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
What's going on, man?
Oh, I just got through the week, and it was, it was hell. But I managed. How about you?
I had a week. And now that week is over, and I'm talking to you, and I have a cup of coffee, and it's too late for coffee, but I'm drinking it anyways because
screw it. Let's
how
go.
I roll. Yeah.
I have been excited for this. We actually, you and I, we've chatted for a while now. And I actually looked back. You were one of the earliest listeners that we've had, which I'm super thankful of. You actually first hit us up on, you sent us an email at least back in July of 2019 when we'd been doing this for about 5 months.
Sounds about right.
And we have greatly appreciated your wealth of knowledge. Before we really get into just our random BS chat, which we've already considered, I would like for you to give a little bit of background. I'm not gonna go super in depth, but I want any of our listeners to understand, a bit.
Okay, well, I first came across your podcast, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, really? Another Juggalo podcast? These guys are going to suck. And I listened to it, and it was like, you guys are talking about Juggalo Brothers, and I just don't really know about this show. And then I shelved it. I didn't listen again. Oh, you wanted my history or your history?
Well, I guess Mic Check actually is done after that
Mic
fucking
check?
burn.
Mic check?
Yes, my dude.
Okay. Sorry. In all seriousness, though. No, dude, I love your podcast. I hopped on board late. You guys were already several episodes deep. And yeah, actually, I think it was The Great Malenko was the first one that I listened to, and I only listened to about half of it. I was at work and I was busy, and I was like, maybe I'll get back to this later. And then I did. And
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then dude, after the next episode, man, I loved your show, man. It was awesome. And honestly, I've never gone back and revisited the earlier ones all the way through. Sorry.
You don't have to.
Sorry. So all of your Dead Body Man references are just drawing a blank for me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great song, right?
So, where is it that you really got your start? I know you're a bit older than I am. I just want some people to understand your background with the Juggalo world. Like, how long have you been listening? What was the music that got you into it? Just so people can understand where your opinions are coming from.
My opinions are coming from the truth.
Oh, that's where they should.
Yeah. I first heard Juggalo Brothers in summer '99. A friend of mine borrowed the CD from a friend of his, and I said, "Oh, dude, this is so funny! You got to check this out." He played the skits and the funny songs, "Bitches," "Shaggy Show," the usual suspects, and of course, it was hilarious, and I loved it. And but I didn't really listen to any of the rest of it. He was just like, "Yeah, listen to these funny songs." I'm like, "Yeah, that's really funny, cool." And then move on. It wasn't until a few months later that it kind of was like sticking in my head. I'm like, man, what was that band? That Insane Clown Posse? That was weird. And it kind of rang a bell because my stepdad used to watch a lot of wrestling like back in like 97, 98, 99. And I watched it with him sometimes. And I do distinctly remember seeing them. I don't remember which wrestling federation it was, but I do remember seeing them and not really knowing what they were about. So, yeah, eventually, after hearing Juggalo Brothers, I was like, I got to find out more about these guys. So I went and bought that album, and I loved it. I was just, I mean, a couple tracks in, I was like, dude, this is me. I'm sold. I'm reading through the liner notes. I'm like, there's just so much shit here that I need to know about. And my neighbor at the time was, he was a big hip hop head, and he was actually a lot younger than me too. I was, what was I? I was 19, 20 at the time. So I got into it pretty late. I mean, I wasn't a teenager listening to it, which is kind of weird that it still roped me in, but it did. And yeah, my neighbor had a copy of Forgotten Freshness Volume 1. No case, just a scratched up booty ass CD of it. And he was like, here, man, you can have this. And I'm like, oh, cool. I had no reference for it. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, oh, it's more ICP. And I'm like, this sounds really weird. But it was cool. And I quickly fell in love with that. You know, Fuck Off was one of my favorite jams. And Graveyard, Fat Sweaty Betty, love that shit. And I think the next one I bought was Ringmaster. And within about a year, I bought almost the entire back catalog. Plus, that was about the time that Bizarre and Bizarre came out and Freak Show. And so I quickly grabbed up all those. And by like 2001, I was balls deep in the Juggalo world. Had like almost every CD that, you know, was available for me to get. And, you know, hopping online when I could and checking out the different websites, Fago Lovers and stuff like that. And, yeah, then I got married, had some kids, and grew up and started working crazy hours, and kept my Juggalo fandom the whole time. And so now here I am. I'm 41 years old, eek, and married. Been married since 2003. Got two teenage kids, and just living life, man. Loving this music still, and yeah. Just a simple man trying to make his way in the galaxy.
Right on, dude. It's really cool. Cause I mean, I would have considered you like, and I still do, consider you like an old school Juggalo. Which I feel like nowadays is going to be a term that most people are going to consider, you know, probably Riddlebox and back. But I mean, you're still somebody who, again, you're about 10 years older than I am. And you were listening to this music for a good, 6 or 7 years before I even, you know, heard it all. So, but you have supplied us with a lot of information, you know, from your past, and you know, like I think you've mentioned to us like shows that you'd been to and stuff like that, or given us like back history of some of the artists. So obviously, you know, you did your research, and I really like hearing, and I like that. I really do, because I like whenever the people are able to kind of pass that knowledge along. There's only so much research that I can do online, and I pride myself on, you know, trying to look up the stuff that I wasn't around for. To at least get an idea of things.
The trouble is, it's so hard to find most of that information nowadays. Like all those old interviews, you know, blogs that people had written, the old websites. I mean, if you dig hard enough, you can find some stuff, but there's pages missing. And I mean, there's been so many times where, you know, I wanted to, you know, email you or, you know, send you something and be like, dude, you know, what about this? But then I'm like, I need to find a way to prove this. I mean, even to myself, I'm like, because I'm an unreliable narrator. You know, I don't always remember shit correctly. So I'm like, okay, let me see if, you know, if that really did happen. Right. And, you know, then you can't find information, and it's kind of frustrating.
And I've had that same issue. I mean, I still have way back in my email box, I still have some Hatchet Heralds that were from 2012. And I know that I had
Yep.
stuff even before then because I know there were sections of like, ask the artist these questions. And somebody was like, hey, what is
Hmm.
it that Jamie sings in the chorus of Thug for Life? And I'm like, I know that I've seen that, but I can't remember where it is. And I can't find the Hatchet Herald anywhere. Look at the freaking site
Yeah.
that ICP created after Bang Pow Boom came out, where every day they were posting a new picture.
Hmm.
Maybe something that was rare or whatever, or like these were pictures that were taken from these sessions but never posted, or these were meant to be
What
for
was the
the
name of
liner
that
notes of
website? It was like
Malenko.
Burning something or Burnt Wreckage. That's what it was.
Was that what it
Burnt,
was? Yeah,
yeah,
that
Burnt
sounds about
Wreckage.
right.
Yeah.
It was a cool site, and they left it
Yeah.
up for a long time. That
Hmm.
site was up for a couple years, and I
Yeah.
was super surprised that they continued to post on that, and then eventually they just stopped. And I was like,
Hmm.
man, that's like a gold mine for these historians. But
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure there's people who saved every little bit of information. To them, kudos. I hope that they're able to put it up on the web for other people who want to check it out.
Well, you've seen the website riddlebox.be.
I have not actually.
Oh shit! You need to check that out, man. This guy he's from Belgium, or him or her. I don't know who it is, but yeah, they've got this website. It's got tour flyers, screenshots of samplers. They've
Okay.
got every tour date for every
I'll-
tour. It's from like the very beginning, from like the Ringmaster tour all the way up. They've
That's
got every date
crazy.
with flyers. Yeah, Hallowicked's gatherings. They've got all the flyers and all the brochures and stuff.
Right.
The only thing
Damn,
is,
I'm gonna have to keep.
it's pretty much only ICP though. They don't cover hardly any other artists though. But it's just, I mean, it's insane. It's riddlebox.be.
I'll have to look into that because I'm very interested in some of that stuff. Because
Yeah,
again,
it's
there's only
nuts.
so much that I know, and that was from looking up on Fagel Lovers or Juggalo News before Juggalo News got bad, and before Fagel
It's-
Lovers became total nut riders. I like Fagel Lovers, but come on, there's some times where they just got to stop.
I like Scotty.
And I can't stand their comment section.
Oh my god, the comment section is the worst.
So fucking bad.
It's so toxic, man. I can't believe
There's a couple people that I want to say their names right now, and I won't give them
Yes.
fucking
Yeah,
satisfaction.
No, same. I'm just surprised that Scotty and the other guys at Fagel Lovers have let the forum get to where it's gotten.
Yeah, but you know what? Far be it from us to say that that a Juggalo's, opinion should be sheltered or whatever. They're allowed to be wrong, but
No, and I agree. People are allowed to be wrong, but people shouldn't be allowed to be bullies or
Yeah,
toxic or
exactly.
anything like that. And there's plenty of that to go around.
right.
Yeah.
So we again, the reason why we decided to do this was because you and we've chatted on Instagram for a long time, and the one day we were literally going back and forth for like 2 hours, and we were covering a bunch of different topics, and you were the one who said, oh, we should do a podcast one day, and I was like, well, fuck, nothing's coming out in 2 weeks. Do you want to be on Mic Check? And this was 2 days after the last Mic Check had come out. I was like, this is perfect timing. If we have the time, let's do it. And I know that there were a couple topics that we definitely wanted to go over. And I don't have notes. I only have one specific note for the one thing that we discussed. But I know the first thing that we definitely brought up was ICP's Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Which for this month, the physical gift that's being given, despite there being no gift from February, is the Fury edition of Fearless Fred Fury, which contains Fearless Fred Fury, Flip the Rat, and A Time of Fury. Now, you have not subscribed to the Patreon.
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
So unfortunately, this is something that you're missing out on.
I'm asked out, yeah.
Which sucks.
It does suck, but I mean, at this point, I mean, obviously, I'm a CD collector, and I haven't got to the point where I'm willing to spend outrageous amounts on CDs.
Don't do it.
No, I'm still at the point
I have
where,
been that person.
I'm not willing to go very much over retail, even if it's something really rare. I'm like, you know what? If it comes around, it comes around. I'd like to have it, but I'm not going to spend $50 on a CD. In this case, $66.50 for a CD. I mean, it's a 3-disc. It's a
yeah,
3-disc collectible.
but
It's like the nuclear edition of Bang Pow Boom, which was like 25, I think, maybe 20.
mhm,
And I was glad to buy that,
yeah,
even though it was only like 3 months after I had bought all 3 copies.
right.
And there was only like 3 new songs on there, and that was fine. And this, I would pay 25. I'd even pay $30 for this. I mean, God knows I paid almost 30 for Dog Beats. Uh,
Yeah.
but I just can't
Here's
justify 650, and because honestly, that's all I'd be getting, because I can guarantee you I wouldn't watch more than like maybe 2 of the streams. I just wouldn't.
And that's fair. I did not catch any of the February streams. I did not catch any of the streams from this month. A big portion of this was honestly getting something physical out of this. Like in the first month, getting the You Produce ICP EP.
And I thought that was an ill package, that first one, and I almost pulled the trigger. I almost bought that first one, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I would have been infuriated. Is that a word? Infuriated? Getting the hose on not getting it. Infuriated.
Yeah.
I would have been Fred.
In December, getting Yum Yum's Lore being the only way to get a physical copy of Yum Yum's Lore. With
but that being the only thing that you get,
it's that's true. That was the only thing that was from that month. Because the first month was the EP, the coin, and the DVD.
Right. Which actually, I want that DVD.
Which I haven't opened. It's sitting there. It's probably going to stay sealed. But anyways, the fact that they didn't give anything for February, I thought was very interesting. Because I think they hinted that there was going to be something, and then they didn't do it. I honestly think that the Fearless Fred Fury package was probably going to be in February, and they didn't get it finalized, which would have made sense, because it would have been like, oh, it's the anniversary of Fearless Fred, a whole 2 years. But the fact is, we're
after we've already announced Yum Yum, and we've already put out the Prelude EP for it. So wait, hold on, stop the train. Let's go back a little bit, and
let's go back,
dig up some stuff from Fury.
Yes. So A Time of Fury is a CD that's going to contain songs that were created during the Fearless Fred Fury era. For me, I'm trying to determine as when this really started. Is this starting from the time that WTF was the first track released, rather the first single, up until the stuff right before Yum Yum's Lore? Is this taking place, shortly after, Marvelous Missing Link dropped and its subsequent compilation records like Psycho and the outtakes? So my wonder is this only going to be from 2 years?
The era of Fury, I think, officially started with Shaggy's Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker, because on the one ICP song on there, Fogging Up the Windows, Jay talks about Red Fred. And that's the first time. He had never mentioned it in an interview or on any kind of post or anything. That was the first time he said the number 4 is all red. Red Fred, Red Fred. And everybody went bonkers. Like, what the hell does he mean? Is that the 4th Joker's card? And it was all speculation there for a while until they finally announced it. So I think that's where the era officially starts. And I think that... So that was the teaser.
You might be right. Okay.
So that was 2017, about halfway through 2017. And I don't think that they would include anything much after the release of Fred Fury. Possibly like the Steve Meets a Boo. Which, by the way, I still don't like that song.
That was before Fred, though.
No,
but
because that was incled.
Oh
with
no,
that was
that
Brother
EP. was after. So yeah, Brother was the following March or April.
Yeah, March.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing that I have a concern about is this does not seem like it's going to be a long CD. Then no, this will not be a full length album. No. Which is weird because, I mean, Flip the Rat, they considered an EP, but it's 12 tracks. It's a long CD. And I should already, put a bit of an asterisk on this. I have enjoyed, from the time that I've been listening to ICP, I have enjoyed every era in some form or fashion. I can remember what I was doing when the new deck of Joker cards had started. Mm-hmm. Okay. A lot of people didn't like them. I was super excited because I missed out on the first deck, And that deck is special for a lot of people, especially if they got to experience the majority of it. Okay, you jumped on, with Jekyll Brothers, the last one,
but the hype for the 6th was so real.
Okay,
It was intense.
And here's the thing: me, getting in so late, like when Bang Pa Boom was announced and saying like, "Oh, we're going back to the Dark Carnival," if I remember correctly, Bang Pa Boom was not set as a Joker's card at first. It didn't get the distinction of a Joker's card until after it was released.
Right. It was just, hey, we're returning to the Dark Carnival. And then it was a little bit after it was released, it was like, oh, by the way, this was the first Joker's card of the new deck. And
people were like, no, it's not. You're kidding. There's no 7 cards. And then Jay's like, there's another deck.
Yeah, I remember I was a little confused at that. I was kind of tripping. I was like, what? Really? They're going to do it again? But then I think by the time Death Pop came out, I was sold on the idea, because I was like, okay, this is cool. This is actually really cool. I mean, I thought all the faces were the graphics weren't as good, and I think the names were a lot weaker. But I mean, I think it's all in all, it's been good, and I don't mind if they do another deck. It's cool.
I spoke with somebody.
Stick at what you're good at.
I've spoken with a friend, Courtney, who she said like whenever the second deck was announced, she was like, I hated it, but then she said like, but nowadays, like if you put Bang Pa Boom on, there's some good songs and I really really like it. And it's like,
I love Bang Pa Boom from day one. That
straight up
banger.
But people have obviously had their opinions soften over time, and I've enjoyed that. I enjoyed Mighty Death Pop. Like that's a very important record for me.
Death Pop is a great freaking album.
But when Marvelous Missing Link came out, when Lost dropped, I know a lot of people were very concerned because ICP was like, this is the darkest thing we've done since Hell's Pit. And some people were like, oh, no, it's too try hard and everything. I heard it and I was like, no, like I relate. Like I was very like, I was out of college at the time. Like this came out a couple years after college. And I was like, man, this is dark and I don't always have great thoughts in my head. I can see why people related to Hell's Pit. This is doing some of that same stuff for me. Not all of it is like super dark, wicked shit, but some of it is very relatable. Like the song How, I think is stellar, okay? Because it's just asking a bunch of questions.
Falling Apart, I can relate with that.
and then a couple months later, we get Found, and holy shit, I'm not kidding when I say during my first listen, I actually cried a little bit. And somebody asked me, because they were like, why are you crying about this? And I was like, because they're feeling positive and I want that.
Yeah.
My thing was, Fearless Fred Fury was hyped like fucking crazy, more than any of the other ones.
Can we go back to Missing Link real quick?
Sure.
Because Missing Link came out at an interesting point for me too. Because that came out, 2014, I think it was?
15, I
15,
believe.
okay, 15. Excuse me. So probably from about 2013 through 2016, I don't want to say that I stopped listening to ICP, because I didn't. And I didn't really stop following him either. It got pushed so far to the back of my mind. Like prior to that point, it was like work, family, ICP. That was it. Work, family, ICP. That was my world. And, after Twisted left and then 2013 was just like a weird year for Psychopathic, and it didn't really seem like they were doing anything, not much was coming out that was good. And I was at a different spot in my life. We had just bought a house and, I was, life was changing. I was just doing different things. And so I wasn't really paying too much attention. And when Marvelous Missing Link, the Lost album came out, I was like, okay, I need to buy this album because I'm, a longtime ICP fan. I need to buy the album, even though I wasn't really, too concerned about it. I'm like, whatever. I think I'm done with that part of my life, whatever. I bought it and I immediately ripped it onto my computer, put it on my Zune. And I remember it was late at night. It was late at night. My wife had gone to bed and so I just wanted to listen to the album. So I just sat on the end of the bed, put my headphones on, and listened to Lost start to finish. And that was my first experience with it. And I 100% agree with you. That is a dark album. Not so much in that it's like horrorcore and wicked. It's a dark album. It deals with a lot of depression, a lot of just hard shit. And even though, I mean, I wasn't really necessarily, experiencing those types of things at that point in my life, it hit me, and I was like, oh yeah, this is why I listen to ICP. Now, all in all, I wasn't terribly impressed with the album as a whole. I thought there was a lot of weak songs. But the feeling of it, I understood.
I think they made a very relatable album.
They did.
Somebody could put that on, and if they were feeling, down or whatever, those songs are going to strike a chord.
Correct.
Or I think there's a song on there for everybody that
yes.
that one
like
comes
I said,
on
Falling
and they will
Apart,
feel it.
Being over 40, I understand. Sometimes I feel like my legs are falling off when I'm going down the stairs, and I just want to fall onto the lawn and let the sun cook me. But then when Found came out, I bought that and I listened to it and I'm like, whoa, this is a 180. This is wow. Talk about a roller coaster ride. But I related to that shit because I was at a good point in my life. I mean, shit, dude. I had a decent job, brand new house we just moved into. My wife and I, got two great kids. Everything is going good, and I was digging that direction. Now, again, I didn't think that it was a great album. I thought there was a lot of really whack songs on there, and I think even the good songs that I really, really like, there's always at least one line on there that I'm like, oh God, really? Why? But
I don't know, man. That title track "Found" is
oh God, yes,
fantastic.
Actually, that came up on a shuffle for me yesterday when I was driving home. I'm like, oh man, yeah, I hadn't heard that in a while, and it was good. And so that album really brought things into perspective for me as far as like the music, and it really, not that I ever took anything that I have for granted, but it really made me stop and really think like, yeah, shit, things are good. Things can be kick-ass if you just stop and look at what you have and who you have and what's around you. Things can be really awesome. And so I really dug that album. And that album, even though I hardly ever listen to it anymore and I don't like a lot of the songs, that album kind of brought me back. It brought me back into really being into ICP. And I was like, okay, yes, I'm not being found by this album, but I am finding ICP again, or ICP has found me again. And I totally related with the sentiments on the album, and I thought it was great thematically. And yeah, it was soft. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but I love it. And that's what really got me to, really start paying attention again. And, I went out, started an Instagram page, and I started looking for other Juggalos, and I eventually found some podcasts and found you and the Dim Carnival, and Brandon Ward, the Joker's Gallery. He had a podcast, the 20 and 17, and that
right.
Yeah, that was like the first actual podcast that I listened to, and I was hook, line, and sinker. Now I'm addicted to podcasts, but. Yeah, so I mean that really struck a chord with me, that era. And I know a lot of people talk shit about that era. They're like, oh, Missing Link, that was the weakest ICP ever, and what the fuck were they doing? And yeah, some of the music was whack, some of the lyrics are cheesy or, not really thought through.
You're telling me
much.
You don't like Pineapple Pizza? Come on, that's
I mean, it's
just
worth
like
a
top
few
tier.
laughs. I chuckle sometimes when I listen to it, but
I think that was also an era that was handled very well. My time has been very, very precious when it comes to music now. I remember whenever Mighty Death Pop came out, and I was so excited to buy 4 fucking albums and just listen.
Yeah.
Which I'd also like to point out, I did not ever listen to Freaky Tales beginning to end until 10 years later. So let that sink in. I still, and I'm
so
dreading
next year?
when we get to that on the show.
You listen to it next year?
I believe, yes, next year is when we're going to do that. And
because
it came out
in 2012. So,
no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking. So no, it was 8 years difference or
I didn't
whatever.
buy.
But anyways,
I didn't buy that version, but I did. I did download the song, and I listened to Freaky Tales twice from beginning to end. And
I'm very sorry that you did that.
Well, if it was a 3-minute song, it would have been great. It would have been hilarious.
Yeah, but even the original Freaky Tales isn't short. But what I'm saying is, back then, I mean, I was entering my final semester of college. It was easy for me to get all of that music at once. I bought 4 ICP albums. The new Cottonmouth Kings came out on the same day. I was set. I had a lot of good music to listen to, and that was the soundtrack for my final semester. It was great.
Yeah.
But nowadays, Missing Link, we had Lost came out. I think it was in that March. Found came out, I believe, 3 or 4 months later. Then we had the Outtakes.
The Phantom was in there too.
Sorry?
The Phantom was in there too.
Phantom, I think, was
before.
Well, I think the Outtakes came first, and then Phantom came out after that, because Phantom was originally the Gathering release, and then they made the extra spooky edition.
It was after Outtakes by the time they actually
so
released it. Yeah.
But what they did was I think they did a great job of spreading these releases apart, which was easier for me because now, like, yeah, I'm not in school, but I'm at work, and I can't really focus as much on music now. At the time, I was working at Walmart, and I was working on the sales floor. I couldn't listen to my music on the sales floor. Now, Fearless Fred Fury, which was hyped immensely,
Yeah.
you're releasing a full-length album, which we know is going to have 17 songs. It's ICP. It's going to have 17 songs. And you're releasing a 12-track EP on the same day, which the 12-track EP, unless you bought the version that came in the record store, you weren't even getting a physical copy yet. You had to buy Fearless Fred and then type in a code on Hatchet Gear to then allow you to buy it.
Yeah,
Stupid.
which I did, and I waited in agony for 2 weeks for it to come out, or for it to get to me. Yeah,
right.
And and I avoided listening to it online or anything. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna listen to it. And
and that was the thing. Like, I had to grab mine at my local record store. I had ordered a copy of the 2-pack from another record store online. So and it wasn't going to come in on time. So I had to go day of, went to my record store, picked it up. And that's why the one that came out after, that was the one that we ended up giving away on our show. But the fact was, they released
Rocket Records
so much
in Tacoma told me that they were going to order it for me. And I called them on release date. And they said, oh, no, I haven't ordered it yet. And I'm like, dude, I called you like a month ago and asked if you can pre-order it. Yeah, well, I wanted to get a good deal on shipping. So I'm, putting it with some other orders. Whack. Really whack. So I went to FYE and bought just the regular copy and then had to mail the shit in or email and wait for it to come in the mail. Whack.
Yeah, that's
Rocket Records in Tacoma. Sorry.
So, shout out to The Exchange, which is a chain
shout out to them
in the Northeast.
Right.
They're dope. I love The Exchange. I will forever give them my money.
Shout out to The Exchange. Open up a branch in Tacoma.
So what happens is we get basically 30 songs out the gate, give or take. And that's a lot of music to digest.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And I remember just listening to it. I put them in a playlist just to listen straight through. And you could hear a theme in Fearless Fred. Flip the Rat, not so much. And I remember being frustrated at the hype for Fearless Fred. I hated what happened with Pledge Music. I've talked about this before, about Pledge Music. Working with ICP to have like autographed copies of albums and posters and shit, and then they misappropriated the funds, and artists did not get paid, and people did not get the stuff that they paid for, which is really shitty because I know that Pledge Music had been around for a while. I know they did stuff for Fozzy that I'd considered doing, a couple other bands that I was aware of. The fact that this all happened at once was really bad. That left a sour taste in my mouth. So the Fearless Fred Fury era for me is shit. I fucking hate it. Are there good songs on there? Yes, I think that there are some fantastic fucking songs on Fearless Fred Fury. I think there's some fantastic fucking songs on Flip the Rat. What I want to know is, this Time of Fury album, which we started talking about 10 minutes ago, what could possibly be on this? Now, you briefly mentioned one, and that was Steve Meets a Boo, which, for those who don't know, was a single that was included in 1/5 of the copies of the Brother EP from Violent J.
Not the one I got.
Basically, if you ordered a copy of Brother, you had a 1 in 5 chance of getting this single, which also contained another song called The Frog. And or if you bought 5 copies, then you were guaranteed to get one. Your boy bought 5 copies. He did this while he was training at his job at work because he kept looking at the clock to make sure that when it struck 3 o'clock, he was right on that site.
I was at work when I bought it too,
them.
and I was surprised I even managed to get one. But yeah,
they sold out in
I
think it was less than 2 hours. Yeah. Something like that. So the fact that they went so quickly because Brother was originally supposed to be sold, I think it actually was sold or given to VIPs on the incredibly short Violent J solo tour, the one that stopped.
Wasn't it just like 2 dates? I think it ended up being maybe 3.
It was only after a handful whenever there was some kind of issues, which have not fully been explained to my knowledge.
Well, he wanted to finish.
He wanted to finish Fearless
Fred Fury, which. Yeah, I don't know.
think it's.
I'm not going to get into that. But.
So yes, Steve Meets a Boo, and possibly as well The Frog, which has been said is an outtake from Fearless Fred. Right. I like Steve Meets a Boo.
Do you really?
I honestly do. I like the instrumental that Seven created.
The beat's okay.
And I like the story.
I don't know. It's first of all, it's really left field for ICP, which I mean.
It is.
I get it.
It is.
ICP is left field, and I get that. It's I don't know. It just comes from a place that doesn't really seem sincere to ICP. It doesn't really seem like that's I mean, it just feels like so far removed from anything they've ever done, and it feels like a serious song to them. Like they wrote it to be serious.
Yes.
It's like their "We Are the World" moment. And. now picture Bob
Y'all
Dylan.
Can't see the face that I made for that.
Picture Bob Dylan singing "We Are the World." That's all you need. Now, I don't get the Steve Meets a Boo. I mean, I've only listened to it twice, maybe 3 times, and I just couldn't vibe with it. I don't know. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, and I understand that they're trying to say, see people from, other cultures' points of views and stuff, and that makes sense. And I applaud the attempt at doing that. I just don't think that the execution really proves the point that they were trying to prove.
I also think that ICP in general struggle with that. Mm-hmm. It's not just with that song. I think that they have a very challenging task ahead of them anytime that they try and put themselves in a position they've never been in. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's been tracks where they've done that, and unfortunately they are all blanking on me right now. But okay. Anytime they do Psychopathic Riders, like straight up. I'm sorry, and I understand that you did some gang stuff when you were a kid, but not to the extent that you're saying in these songs, and that's why like Bullet and Fofo always, Bullet and Full Clip always seem the most
contrived,
confused. With what they're saying.
Well, the first Riders album, I mean, it's basically Psychopathic Riders featuring Violent J.
Oh God, it really is. Though.
It really is. Or it's Violent J featuring Psychopathic Riders.
I have said to people, like I have a friend who does not like Twisted or whatever. She's okay with like Blaze and whatnot, but she does not like Twisted, but she loves ICP. And I said, I asked her before, I was like, what's your favorite Riders album? And I think she said Dumpin'. And I'm like, okay, well, who's your favorite member on there? And she'd say like, oh, well, ICP's verse. I'm like, you cannot with a straight face tell me that any of ICP's verses are the best ones on any of the songs that they're featured on.
I will say that maybe half of Shaggy's verses on Dumpin' are fucking awesome.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm saying they do not pass up. They do not overtake what Twisted or Blaze do on that.
No, or even Misery on that first one. I mean,
I've had my thoughts on Misery.
But he's in the same boat with Shaggy on that one. Like he hits the mark about half the time.
So I understand, your thoughts on Steve Meets a Boo. I like the song personally, and I do think that it's something because it's not even been put out for streaming. So I do
No.
think that it deserves a spot for more people to hear.
I think that
The
will
Frog,
definitely be on there. The frog. What the fuck is up with the
the
frog? I didn't
Frog
like
is
that
a
song.
weird song that I
thought the
don't
beat
care
was cool,
for.
and I like the flow. I like
Mhm.
the cadence that Jay uses on his voice. I mean, it's like the same shit that he's been doing, with all the Fred Fury stuff and all the other songs that they've put out in the last few years. And I like that.
Is Jay doing the Madrox voice?
Sometimes.
Is that what he's doing? I think
He's
that's
like,
what it is.
all these other horrorcore rappers have been ripping us off for years, so now I'm going to rip them off.
I think that's what it is, because he really hammers in on that. He does it sometimes on Marvelous Missing Link, but he does it a lot on Fearless Fred.
Yeah. Well, I like just because you know how Jay used to have his like say Jacob's Word or Pumpkin Carvers, where it's just like this wild out, he's like barely even on time, and he doesn't rhyme a lot of his shit, and he sounds like an absolute lunatic, and it works, and it's great, and it's funny, and it sounds really cool. Now I think just because he's gotten older and his voice is kind of blown, he can't do that same stuff anymore, so he's had to adapt, and so now his crazy flow is like what he did on the Frog, or like what's the song on Flip, Face for Fighting, where it's just that wild crazy flow, and I dig it. I think it's cool as fuck.
To go into of how his voice can't do that stuff. Have you seen them live in recent years and him trying to do Toy Box?
No.
He tries to do his voice from Toy Box and he can't do it. And it's very, very rough. Like, I've seen Def Leppard in recent years, and they obviously have to down tune. None of their songs sound like the stuff that's on the recordings, and it makes sense.
But you do what you got to do.
But man, Jay, we get it, man. You can't hit that. Yeah. You can't do that pitch anymore.
The
Don't
problem
try,
with them is
it sounds very painful.
They still rap to their backing tracks.
Yes. Yes,
so,
most of the time. Most of the time.
There
are times where they just have the instrumental and they're good to go.
But most of the time, it's the backing track, especially on the older songs. And so he probably feels
especially whenever Jay can't remember the verses.
Right. But he probably feels like he has to compete with that, and so he has to deliver it the same way so that it doesn't sound like it's there's two different voices on there that don't sound the same. But if he can just rap it to just an instrumental and just rap it to the way his voice does now, it would probably sound okay.
Right. I agree. And that's honestly the case with, I feel like sad thing is I've never really gone to a rap show that's not a Juggalo show, so I don't know how anybody else is doing that stuff. But even so, so there's those two tracks. I would like to think that we would get at least one of the Hallow Wicked tracks on there. I do believe the one was Judgment Day, which is an Esham cover.
That's the one I would pick. That song was so ill.
Would they put the Supervillains track on there, Ricochet, which was from 2019? Or I'm sorry,
possibly
2019.
I still have not heard that song yet.
I have not. I sampled through it. I know that was a VIP single for Hallow Wicked that they were then selling for $40 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's still
which is egregious.
On the vault. Yeah.
I nearly bought it whenever they were doing a very quick 50% off sale last year, and I decided against it. There was one on Discogs for $20, and I passed up on it. Sucks for me.
Yeah.
I could understand if they did that. Would you consider Mr. Nobody, which was last year's Hallow Wicked single, despite Yum Yum Bedlam being officially announced on that day?
I don't think that would qualify.
You think that'd be a Yum Yum era? I
think historically the Hallow Wickeds are a marker between Joker's Card eras. Mm-hmm. They've often used, even though a lot of stuff, announcements happen and stuff, happens around the gathering, stuff gets released, but Hallow Wicked really seems to be the beginning mark or the ending mark of many eras.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which makes sense because Judgment Day actually does have a cover art, which is, It is Fearless Fred Fury.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
It
just,
is.
It's just
It's a
slightly
Halloween
alternate,
version.
palette swap and everything.
Now, so with that thinking, the fogging up the mirror or fogging up the windows on Shaggy's LP was the first mention of Fred Fury. That was, I forget what month, but that was 2017. That Halloween
that was
the
February, I believe.
Okay, that Halloween was the EP that
Was that Alone in the
released.
Dark?
No, that was Noited, Heated, and Jelly with Light and Ouija Mac.
Oh, the Halloween, the Bloody Screams of
17.
17.
Yeah. And that was I consider that to be the Halloween song, the Halloween song, Noited, Heated, and Jelly, because that's the one that has Violent J on it. All the rest.
J, Ouija, and Light,
Light,
correct?
Which is actually a pretty cool song. Now, they probably wouldn't include that because it has Light on it.
Yep.
Now,
or they would honestly, they'd probably remove
Shaggy
his
on
verse and either leave it as is, or have Shaggy rap over it.
Yeah, I could see that, and
Probably
I would
consider doing that.
I wouldn't mind hearing Shaggy on there, although I really like Light's verse. I like a lot of Light's verses.
Light is great at rapping about nothing.
True, but
he is
so many
new
people
Twisted.
Oh, come on, Twisted,
Which is sad. Whenever the first time I ever saw Light was on a Twisted tour.
Twisted has content. Come on, not on every song, but they don't have to have content on every song.
You're right. You're right.
It doesn't have to. Now, shortly after their, sometime was it 2018, very beginning of there, I think, is when they had the Slamfest tour and they released the song Cuss Words, the single.
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
Cuss Words. I like that song. I think it's kind of it's a bullshit kind of filler track, but I like the sound of it, and I think that would be a good addition to Time of Fury.
Yes, however, they've also put Cuss Words. Cuss Words was available as a VIP single, and it's also available to stream. But I think that the track that might get a little bit more of a showcase
Hair Up
would be track 2 from that, which is Hair Up,
which is not as
which
good,
has never been put on anything else.
Yeah.
I love the Cuss Words single.
Yeah.
Cuss Words itself is great. The remix by Mike Clark is fantastic.
Yeah.
And Hair Up is fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
I think that track is so good, and more people should get to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, Hair Up is funny. It's just funny overall. Like, Cuss Words is good, but part of the issue that I have with Cuss Words, aside from the fact that, or rather, the issue that I have with it, it was one of the earlier tracks to show off Ouija Mac. Even though I can't remember,
was the first one.
Was Gutter Water already out at
No.
that point, or
No, it was
was
not. That came out
okay?
a little bit later that year.
Okay, so the problem is it did not really show what he was capable of, in the sense of, oh, they changed the instrumental for him. I don't care for when you're on this song. You are here to show what you can do with what's provided.
They do that with Ouija a lot, though. They did it on the Juggalo Love Cypher.
And that is an issue that I have.
And they also did it on
bothers me.
I'm That Type on Flip the Rat.
Yes, exactly. This is the thing. When Ouija does something that's outside of the stereotypical, like, Juggalo SoundCloud rapper, I think he's pretty okay. Like, when I think some of the stuff that stood out, honestly, the best for him is when he's singing. The song Denial off of Gutter Water.
Phenomenal.
It's fucking great. Yeah. It's really good. Okay. The song Dead Diary from Resistance, I think, was a great track. Where I Belong, which was from Resistance 2. These are tracks where it's not him doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I know that there's people who really like Ouija Mac. I admire his grind. I really do. But I know, like, Roan of Beneath the Dirt, dude, he loves Ouija Mac. And part of me just doesn't get it. And maybe I'm old now. Maybe I'm not getting what the kids dig. But the problem that, like I said, I've had is Ouija seems very one-dimensional. And the fact that they changed up the instrumental
it just
for something that he's good with irks me a bit. If they would have kept that instrumental the same, or even have it be, you know, the part where Jay switches up and does the triplet style rap, and he raps like that, fine. But everything else, man, I'm just like, whatever. Other than that, like, Cuss Words is a good song. It's long, though. It's a long song. It's like 6 minutes long, something like that.
It's really long.
You know, but both versions are good. The Dr. Punch version, the Mikey Clark version, both of them are good. I wouldn't be mad if either of them were on there.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I could have considered, since you're including Shaggy 2 Dope from Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker, I would also want to consider tracks that were on the Hurricane of Diamonds album.
Yes and no, because those are all earlier tracks.
No, they are not. No, they are not. There is stuff that is on that had never been shown before.
True, but most of it was recorded earlier to when it came out. It was
so was Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker.
True.
If we're really because the Hurricane of Diamonds CD was originally only available at Slamfest.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the show that Shmeev and I went to, and we were at show 2 and they were already sold out.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers just bought boxes the day before.
I recant that. About half of those songs I think were recorded and most of them released in one way or another throughout the previous year and the year before. With the exception
what they had said was everything that was on there was either a new track or they had made a music video for it in 2017. Mm-hmm. That was what it was.
So like
some of them were let's see. So the track Indestructible, which is way back from Bang Pow Boom, why they decided to make a fucking video
Death
for
Pop.
it. Or I'm sorry, not Bang Pow Boom, Mighty Death Pop. Why they decided to wait until then to make a video for it.
Can I make a confession? I love that song.
You're okay to be wrong, my friend.
Am I though?
Anyways, Tell These Bitches was obviously from Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. Flint Town Titty Bar Bathroom was from Lights album. But everything else was not from a prior album.
Right.
They may have put something out, online, like the 6 foot, 7 foot, the Fuck My Dad extended mix, which contained Light on there. Black Blizzard, which was basically a track to say, oh, hey, remember when Great Malenko came out and we had, Slash on there? Let's have another old group on there. But in the Anointed Jelly and Heated, Dead Body Man 3, which was also on that Bloody Screams of 17. But I would also consider the one track that I think should probably be put on there if they don't put the 7 foot, 8 foot. They obviously wouldn't put Hurricane of Diamonds because of Blase Rose. Same thing with If We Were a Gang, and same thing with the Sleep Creeper, which is just a Blase track. But Bleep, which was basically a demo for WTF.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've never heard that song.
Bleep has the exact same instrumental as WTF. It was on there first. They basically, I guess, just assumed that, hey, man, that instrumental is too fucking good. We can't just leave it on this compilation on its own. And they took that instrumental and made WTF. So I definitely recommend looking up. It is not politically correct by any stretch of the imagination. But if we're going to say that a track that just mentions Fearless Fred Fury, then this track that's on an album that came out that same year, I think that should probably get shown off as well. And mind you, this A Time of Fury CD is only going to be available to our knowledge physically in this collection. They're not putting this up to stream,
right?
Which I have said this before. I would rather. I hate the idea of streaming overall, but I'd rather people get to listen to the stuff. Music should not be withheld from people. I understand the idea of maybe, okay, you get this first.
And right? I love the idea of exclusive albums, exclusive CDs, exclusive merch, and that's all fine and dandy. But
I like it. I like it until I can't get it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, at some point, make it available. Now, like Twisted, for example, they put out the Cryptic Collection VIP edition, which was cool as fuck because that's all of their a lot of their VIP songs and a lot of their just rare stuff that was passed out as singles, whatever, and that shit's hard to find.
But here's the thing: they need to do it correctly. Yes, let's put the song "Embarrassed" on there. Oh wait, it's the run it was the wrong one. It's the track that was from For the Fam Volume 2.
which is also
on
rare,
on the flip
but-
side. On the flip side, Bad Trip,
Mm-hmm.
which was one of the first VIP singles that they did since Magic Ninja started. That disc was fucked. It was a data disc, and so it was not. It was not in a quality higher than 192, and there were two versions of it. One was like a silver disc, one was a gold disc, and it became very, very highly coveted. That was the first time I ever sold something that I only had one copy of. And the only reason I did it was because the person offered me a lot of money for it. So while it sucked that I didn't have it, well, I didn't have a high quality version of the song anyways. Yeah. So props to them for putting it on that VIP edition. That was also the first way to get the original version. Well, not the first way, aside from the regular single of
Psychomania?
In the fucking
Place
in the Woods.
Yeah, that one too.
Okay, because I'm sorry, but the version of The Darkness is not good. It totally ruins the atmosphere. Yeah. The Place in the Woods that was the original VIP singles, fucking fantastic. You know, the version that was in the music video. So again, I understand the idea of people getting first access to stuff, but also on the flip side is when Yum Yum Bedlam was supposed to drop last month, and ICP announced, oh, we're going to put these couple songs up for streaming services. You know, they've never been heard before. And they were the extra 3 tracks that were on the You Produce album. The CD that we had just gotten just a month prior. And it's like, okay, you couldn't let us feel special for a little bit longer. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of the Forgotten Freshness albums. Don't get me wrong. I like them because obviously there's stuff that's on there that, you know, some people haven't heard for fucking forever. Yeah. It's insane that it took up until Forgotten Freshness Volume 5 for Jacob's Word to get released. But then you have Forgotten Freshness 6, which you lock behind a VIP.
That. Oh my god. I'm actually really close to just buying the MP3s on Psychopathic merch for that album because I want it so bad, but I know that there's not going to be a physical copy again.
I will of Forgotten Freshness 6.
Mm-hmm.
I will forever be grateful to the one listener of Juggalo Judgment who was kind enough to send me a copy.
Shit.
Like much love to Devin, who did that for me. You're the fucking coolest dude ever. Because I could not justify at the time, and nowadays I probably would because I'm fucking stupid with money. But yeah, the fact they were selling that for $40 on there was ridiculous. I was lucky that I got a Hurricane of Diamonds for as cheap as I did, and it was sold officially by Psychopathic. I think they were literally selling it for $17. So the fact that the price shot up immensely. You know, look at the fucking. Are you familiar with the incredible collectible collection Worthy of an Erection? Yeah. I got fucking lucky on. I don't even remember what I paid for it,
too.
But it was a little bit more than what I wanted, but I needed that fucking thing. You know, it's essentially another Forgotten Freshness album. Like, I can't wait until we get to that because it's gonna be fucking great to cover. Although at that point we'll probably only have half the stuff to actually talk about because stuff has been put on other stuff that we'll have covered by then.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if it's just because I got a bad rip of it, but that album just doesn't sound good. It sounds like they just grabbed the crappy MP3s that were online and slapped them on a CD.
Well, you got to figure some of the stuff was what was on the W Fuck Off. Wasn't the one like Driving and Swerving, I think, or whatever?
Drinking and Driving.
Drinking and Driving, thank you.
Yeah.
I think that was literally just something that was on W Fuck Off. So obviously they didn't, keep that. They probably just found the archive and ripped it. The same thing happened for Twisted with the Don't Play This for Anyone. There is a copy of Lil Shank's Game Ain't Got No Love. And guess what? It's the same fucking one that's been, thrown around on the goddamn internet for years. The version of Fu Dang from Blaze Ya Dead Homie and ABK, the original one that was on the internet. Guess what? It's still the shitty ass version. And they decided to just put that on Graveyard Greats, which is fucking ridiculous. They put what was it? Rules to the Game also on that CD, but it was the version that was the original, not the re-release that was only available as a single if you pre-ordered Gang Rags Reborn.
Was that the original version?
Yes, it is. And I know because I prefer that one. However, the instrumentals, there's a part towards the end where the track is fucked up. You know, they sometimes, I think they just go on the computer and, you know, drag and drop and say, okay, here, this is the CD. I think that was why a lot of people are frustrated about the track Walk, the cover that Blaze did. It's also on Graveyard Greats. That just abruptly cuts off. That abruptly cuts off, which. And we're jumping topics right now, I understand. But that was why I thought that my original copy of Bang Pow Boom Nuclear Dish was fucked up, because of how abruptly it's all over, cuts off.
I love how that ends.
The video handles it way better, I think. Mm-hmm. But I just remember being like, oh, wait, what happened? Like, is my disc fucked up? And because it stops, and then but it still like goes for another couple seconds.
Right, and it stops like in the middle of the bar too. It's not like, it's not like the drum pattern is, you know, reaches an end. It's just there you go.
Yeah. In the end, we get. It's the end, I guess.
It's the end. So let's go back to this. How about the tracks from the Poop Bag CD?
You know what? I totally forgot about that. Willoughby Rag's Magical Bag of Poop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I Can't and Headbust Brothers. I know that those were new tracks at the time, or fairly new. And both
some were.
Both. Well, the
some
first
definitely were.
The first two, I Can't and Headbust Brothers, I think were both new, or newish, and I love both those songs. I hope that both of those go on there, and I hope that they actually sell the CD, even if it's. I think what they should do is have the 3-pack for the.
I'm
Patreon
incredibly
members,
surprised that they put that up on. For streaming recently.
Did they really?
I didn't think. Yes, the Magical Bag of Poop is available to stream now. Which, hey, cool. There's a couple really good tracks on there that I think people should be able to listen to.
Yeah, I like the first two tracks a lot, and $1 Million Bill is okay, but I think it falls off after that.
$1 Million Bill was a track I think
from Bizarre.
Yeah, I believe that's what they said it was, which I think is good. And then Ride or Die was just the demo version of.
But it's not though.
Always,
it's not the demo version. It's Jay's vocals are new on there. At least some of them are.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's just the fact that he would have obviously made that in the first place because he wrote that song.
Yeah.
So
I like the Juggalo version. I love that song, and I didn't think
could have done without the Ruby song, but
yeah. And Sally McNally, that was confusing to try to keep up with the story. It was worth a few laughs, but
whatever. Do we also get something like 8 Ways to Die? Does that go on Time of Fury?
Yeah, it better.
I think that it would be. I think it would be it'd be a disservice if that track didn't make it on there. That track, and not that I follow through with it, but that track made me want to look into Cage.
Okay, I get that. He had a good verse
with his verse.
Everybody had a good verse except Stitches. Fuck Stitches.
Fucking Stitches.
Fuck Stitches.
You can fuck with me.
I sell cocaine. I sell cocaine.
Yeah.
Have you heard any of his other music?
No, I refuse.
Oh God,
I have standards.
My brother-in-law forced me to watch some of his videos, and I could not believe what I was seeing. And then I was shocked and appalled that he was going to be on that cipher, and I just couldn't understand why.
Yeah, that was a weird time.
Fuck,
that was
Esham,
one where I honestly really liked Ouija Mac's verse.
Can we just bow our heads and just show some respect to Esham for that song? Because goddamn, Esham's verse was fire. DJ Paul's verse was fire. Ouija Mac's verse was fire.
Yeah, Ouija, that was one where I was like, you know what? All right, I'll pay attention to this dude.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was still like fairly early. Obviously, Gutter Water had already been out at that point. But, I just remember like the first time when we saw Ouija, which was the Juggalo Love Cipher, I was so like I didn't care for it. That just wasn't what I wanted.
I wasn't sure, but going back and listening to that now, I love his verse on there.
Maybe I need to give it another shot.
You should.
Hopefully, I'll think of something nicer to say about it. As far as what else could be on this, Would you think any of the tracks from Brother or Gloomy Sunday?
Possibly. Now, what about the Christmas out or the Christmas EP or single or whatever it was with Swings and Chops and Mr. Clean? Swings and Chops. I know that ended up on Forgotten Freshness 6.
Both of them did.
Yeah, that's true. They both did. Swings and Chops is a decent track. What the fuck about Mr. Clean
is fucking stupid.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. It's so dumb. The problem the problem with any of the stuff that they put on Forgotten Freshness 6 is the most of it, I think, is still Missing Link-ish and back. Mm-hmm. Because, you have stuff like Neighbors Are Fighting, but it's just an alternate version of it. They're not going to put that on Fearless for Fury, obviously. Right. I think the only thing that, maybe they could have considered was like, not These Walls Will Fall, but I think Walk On By was like the only other one that, maybe they would have considered. But everything else other than that is like, fairly old. The alternate version of Smog is on there, and mm-hmm. the demo of
Please Don't Hate Me.
Oh yeah, that. But no, the Blaze track, Dead Man Walking, calling it Walk It Out. That's funny. Yeah. But that's why I was wondering. Oh, also I Found You. That was on there too, which was actually a Zug Island song. I think was what that was as well. Okay. On the Greatest Hits album. Mm-hmm. But that was why I was wondering if anything from Brother or Gloomy Sundays on could.
I would think they would probably be on there. Pick one or two tracks from each of them, probably, just because they're still kind of rare at this point, and honestly, they're not above putting something on a CD that's already been on 3 CDs. I mean, God, look at $50. Look at
$85 an hour.
Oh God, yes.
That has been on more things than bitches. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, and that made sense back in the day, because back then, like, if you had the cassette of Fat Sweaty Betty, you had 2 versions of Fat Sweaty Betty. That
second version never got put on anything else until Forgotten Freshness 6.
No, the Malenko 20th anniversary was on there too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. That's why
I don't have a copy of it yet. I'm still trying to fucking find it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I bought that on Amazon, like right when it came out.
I just don't want to spend $50 on it.
Yeah, yeah. I was okay with that because I didn't have a DVD of Shockumentary at the time. I only had the VHS, and I don't have a VHS player anymore. So I was happy to spend that to get a whole CD of new music and the packaging and the DVD. I was fine with that. But yeah, definitely Brother and Gloomy Sunday. I think they would put some tracks from there.
I'd say the Black Eyed Kids has to go on there.
I'm on the fence about that.
If only because I love that track because it samples the only Doors song that I like.
Okay, you can fuck off right now because the Doors kick ass. Okay.
Okay, Tech Nine.
Okay, but no, and I appreciate the Doors sample on there. I just wish that he would have made a better song using that sample, or that they would have put better production into.
I think the reason.
Because I
think the reason why it potentially could deserve to go on there is strictly because it has both Jay and Shaggy on it.
Correct.
Now, actually, before we go any further,
I think that's all of them, though. I think that's my whole list.
But now, how many of these will they either leave off or change production on because Straight Jacket had any involvement in them?
Ooh, good question. He was involved in almost all of them, right?
Because when Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker came out, that originally got delayed because they said that Young Wicked did almost all the production, and DJ Clay was supposed to fix it.
Same reason why we still don't have Shapeshifter.
But after it dropped, Young Wicked ended up like commenting on like that post or whatever on Instagram, straight up saying, "Yeah, that's still my stuff on there." So I don't know if DJ Clay really did rework it. I know that the Blase Rose track "Sleep Creeper," which was originally given away as a free download at the turn of the year, which I honestly think it's a really good song. Like I was like, blah on blase.
Blase
But
on
that
blase.
track, I was like, oh no, this is good.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a good track.
It's all right. I think it's the
They
best one I've
changed her
heard from her.
Right. But they changed her instrumental for the version that was put on Hurricane of Diamonds, and I think it's because Young Wicked did the original version.
That makes sense.
But I think it was Straight Jacket who changed it up a little bit, who you could tell it's different, but he kept the same like tone. Which is very interesting, and that's not easy to do. Like every producer's going to have their own
Straight
style for it.
Jacket
That's why you can tell. You can tell whenever Mikey Clark produces an ICP album, but like that's why there's a massive fucking difference in the style between Death Pop and Missing Link.
Yeah,
because Young Wicked is just so heavy on hi hat, which normally I'm iffy with, but I love the production on those records. That's just me.
I don't mind it. I like that kind of, it's almost like a trap style.
Which I normally don't care for.
I
It's got to
normally
be done.
don't either.
There's a specific way it's got to be done.
I
for me to
think
enjoy
Young
it.
Wicked schools that shit. But just to give a little bit of a little bit more to what you said about Straight Jacket, going back to Judgment Day and ICP's remake of that instrumental, the way Straight Jacket put that together, it is like he recreated Isham's beat using all the same Black Sabbath samples, using, new vocal edits, new vocal samples, but using the same Black Sabbath samples. The beat sounds, it's almost identical. It's just, it's updated, it's newer, and you can tell it's not the original, but you can tell, it sounds so much. It's like fucking beat for beat. It's right there. Kudos to that guy. That guy can rework a beat.
Right on, and that's the thing. Like I think Psychopathic took a huge loss in losing Straight Jacket. For whatever reasons we don't really know. But
they took a huge loss losing Young Wicked too.
Seriously. And it's going to be interesting because as I think I told you, the episode that we're recording this week for Juggalo Judgment is the first Axe Murder Boys album. So it's going to be interesting to go into a little bit of that. I'm not obviously going to go like super far forward into it when I talk to Shmeev about it, but that album is a catalyst for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Yeah,
but,
good and bad.
But it's a bit of a bummer whenever we're seeing like these really talented people, it's kind of a revolving door. Psychopathic right now. The fact that, Straight Jacket seemed incredibly consistent and then he was gone and he produced, what the fuck was the track by Twisted? Like it was just a random song, I think. It wasn't ESN, but it was just something else.
Their Christmas song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
But, when people first saw that he was on there, they're like, oh, wait, what? Because at that point, it wasn't an album. Straight Jacket was gone. But Jay has said before, like, if you do that, then you're gone. Like, the one interview where people were like, why did, was Light, potentially being on the UGA verse, like, why he's gone? And Shaggy's like, no, but it helped contribute to it.
Yeah.
It's just because he didn't fucking work, which is sad. Because we were waiting for ages for that album, and I'm still pissed that I don't have his first one.
Oh, you don't have
I don't have I don't have his Young Light album.
Oh,
the one prior to being signed. Which again, given the fact that I saw him perform for Twisted, I should have thought to buy his album then, and now it's impossible to fucking find for anything under $200.
Ouch.
It's a bitch, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is so we've thought of a handful of things. Nothing for a full length album, but probably I would say
I think 7, 8, 9 songs.
I'd say we're gonna get a Psychopathic EP.
Yeah,
honestly.
and I think there's gonna be 3 songs that nobody's heard before. 3, not more, not less. Probably 3 songs.
But that was the interesting thing is, do we know if there's going to be stuff that hasn't been heard? To my knowledge, the wording on that was tracks that were released during.
I thought it was tracks that were recorded. I'm not sure if the exact verbiage. That was the impression that I got.
I don't know, and I don't feel like looking up the Patreon link right now. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, and here's the thing too. They did say that this stuff would be shipped out May 1st. I'm calling bullshit, but who fucking knows? I'm still waiting to see, what are we going to hear What's going to happen as far as actual Yum Yum Bedlam. We know that One Man Crew is handling all of, or at least most of the production for this record. I'm
Really?
kind of surprised that they haven't. Yeah, he jumped on.
I thought it was going to be Shaggy the Airhead. I thought he was their new in-house engineer.
He is not an in-house producer, but he is He is helping work with them. Him and Devereaux are doing stuff. I believe,
which is fine.
Together.
I love their stuff. I think it's great. I don't think that they have a lot of variety in their beats. It's a lot of same.
And that is my thing.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned before on like my early mic check where I was talking about the You Produce. I wish that they would not have said who the producers were when they were playing the instrumentals first, because as soon as somebody says Devereaux, they're like, oh, we gotta listen to fucking we have to have this Devereaux beat. And I'm like, are you guys fucking serious? Well, some of this stuff is way better.
You don't need to say there's Devereaux because he says it at the beginning of the beat on every song he makes anyways.
Devereaux.
Devereaux. DJ Play exclusive.
It's funny whenever you tell me that something is a Devereaux beat, I'll listen to it and I'd be like, okay, he's gonna say Devereaux in 3, 2, Devereaux. I'm like, I fucking knew it. I've gotten this shit called out, but then they did some stupid shit like, oh man, you guys took the song's gonna be about Jay's forehead. All right, okay, a song about Violent Jay's forehead. We know, we laugh about it because he's got an 8 head.
Yeah. Right. I thought that.
Oh man, it's over a Mikey Clark beat.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's go for it. This sounds like a Mike Clark song. This sounds like this could have been on Death Pop. This is great. Let's pitch up the fucking vocals.
And I was okay at first with that for
Nope.
for Jay's 2 verses. My only beef was that they pitched up Shaggy's verse too, which didn't make any goddamn sense.
This is what I want. No, this is the final song that you're putting on this fucking Time of Fury EP. You are putting the unfucked with version of Jay's forehead.
There you go.
Don't put no fucking. And originally, I remember thinking like, oh, Cartoon Goon is gonna suck because they're just gonna slam it with these cartoon sounds and whatnot. And no, it sounded great. Like it actually worked to its benefit.
Yeah, that song came out pretty good.
But Jay's forehead, which would have been my favorite regardless. It took a massive hit, especially because then he's doing the fucking skits.
He warned you back on Ninjas in Action that he's Lotus Pod Pro Tools with the pitch shifter.
Moving on.
I mean, if you have a pitch shifter, why wouldn't you use it?
Yeah,
right?
Sure, fucking why not? Now, because of that, I'm pitch shifting all of this.
Yes.
You're gonna sound like Deep Throat, and I'm gonna sound like Jay and Jay's forehead. There we go.
Does my voice sound sexy? Just chop and screw the whole podcast.
All right, so I don't know if there's any other direct topics that you had potentially written down. So we've talked about the Time of Fury. I guess one thing that we can maybe chop about real quick is releases that are coming out. I've gone over on my mic checks about stuff that's coming out that I'm looking forward to, and I think the first 2 things that are coming to mind immediately because Toke It Up 420 coming up, yo.
Yeah.
Is we're getting the new releases from
Smoke those weeds.
Pack those bowls
for all of you weed heads out there. Smoke it up, homies. I'm like that Steve Buscemi meme. Hey, fellow weed smokers.
I have $5 on it. Thank you. I'm here all week. But we get the new records from Axe and from Twisted. We're getting Necronomicron 2, and we're getting Electric Lettuce, which is officially, Electric Lettuce is the very first dedicated album for weed. They've never released one that's been exclusively weed. They've released Chronic Collection and Cryptic Collection, Bongs and Blunts.
Right.
But never a full project of songs dedicated to
and that's fine.
The lovely Mary Jane.
Right.
Which is very interesting. I'm very surprised that it took this long for them to do that. But they've also kind of moved away a little bit. They used to pretty much have a weed song on every album. And now they've kind of like eased away from it. I think.
No, not really.
They'll mention it in a track here or there, but they'll never. They haven't really been like, yes, I must smoke all the weed. Like there was no weed song on Generation Nightmare.
No, but
That's the first one. That's the first one that comes to mind.
There was on Continuous Evolution.
There was on Continuous Evolution. It was the worst track on the fucking album.
True. Although
it would have been a perfect album if it didn't have that song.
It would have been a perfect album.
I stand by that.
Mixed and mastered correctly.
Oh, you're not fucking wrong.
Yeah.
My levels look like shit there, and I don't care.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
No.
But they didn't have a weed song on that. They did not have a weed song on Revelation. They did on Mad Season, obviously, because of
them, I think,
Wasted 4.
Yeah, and then there was another one, the second to last track. I can't remember the name of it. I think that was a weed song. But you're right, though. They've been moving away from it a little bit. Now, I don't really care about weed songs. I just generally don't. I mean, if it's done well, okay, cool. And I've never been a fan of weed albums, and I didn't when I first saw the announcement for the Twisted 420 album. I'm like, oh, whoopee. Great, an album that I probably am going to want to buy because it's a Twisted album and I'm probably not going to ever want to listen to it, but whatever. Okay, and then, the new Axe, I'm like, well, I'm kind of swinging on Axe nuts right now, so I'm probably going to buy it even though it's a weed album, but knowing them, it's probably going to be really fucking good anyways, and even though they're calling it a 420 album, it's probably going to be more horrorcore than just weed. I mean... It seems like everything they do.
Have you listened to Necronomicon?
I have not. Just the one song that they put on the Coffin in the Casket. The one song that they put on that Halloween EP through Magic Ninja.
Oh, okay. I do believe that the original one is available for streaming, so
yeah.
I mean, I recommend checking it out. Actually, one of the songs that is on the new one, which has been released, Alternate Dimension. Is a sequel.
I know.
To a track.
I haven't listened to it yet
from the original.
Even though I'm dying to hear it because I want to hear Blaze on a track with Axe. But I'm waiting. I'm being a good boy. I'm waiting for the CD.
Yeah,
which
I feel.
I wasn't going to buy that CD.
Honestly, a little bit surprised.
I wasn't going to buy either one of them. But then when they first announced the pre-orders for the Axe, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this album. And then
they did the 2-pack.
They did the 2-pack, and I wasn't even excited about the Twisted CD. I wasn't planning on buying it, but when I saw the ad for it and they showed the cover and the stuff, and I was like, wow, I think I'm gonna have to buy this. And then they announced the 2-pack, and I'm like, sold.
Yeah, I was pissed because they announced the 2-pack 2 days after I ordered Axe's album. I was not happy. But what I thought was actually very interesting, and this is something that we can discuss as well, or at least briefly mention, is the fact that Twisted's having that documentary. This coming Tuesday. Their tell-all documentary, as well as a couple performances. The Drive-By is going to be there. Well, they said Blaze and ABK. They did not say Drive-By, so that's different. That's different. But one of the you were able to order physical merch from that, and one of the pre-orders was a cassette version of Electric Lettuce. And before they had even announced what merch was going to be, because they said there was going to be merch, obviously, I was talking to our fine friend Robbie. Twisted History, and I said, I will put money down that there is going to be something involving the new Twisted 420 album. There's got to be something. I don't know if it's going to be an alternate cover. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be something. They're not going to do exclusive music for it. It's got to be something. Sure as shit, they announce a cassette version, and I haven't been huge on the cassettes. Like, I've gotten a couple of them, but like I didn't grab the Cadaver one. I didn't grab, this or that, and I have some of the ones that Buckshot has put out, but they're not like my go-to thing. They stay sealed. They're sitting there. But I was like, no, this is cool. Plus, it came with a fucking signed by Twisted, Blaze, and ABK. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with this. But one of, what is it, every third one, instead of being a green one, is going to be a red one. I don't really know why you'd want red for 420, but I don't know. Maybe to represent Bloodshot Eyes. I don't know.
We're not weedos, so we don't know. We're not in the club.
Yeah. We
don't know about those things. I just don't understand why the cassette? Why all the hubbub about cassettes, man? I remember, I'm showing my age here, when you didn't buy a
Why
cassette,
is vinyl coming back?
Because vinyl's cool. Now cassettes, now see, I come from a time when nobody called them cassettes. They were called tapes. you know?
Tapes.
Yeah. And you only bought a tape if you couldn't afford the CD.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's nostalgic. It's kind of, it's retro and it's throwback.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I don't know. They wear out too
My
easily.
thing is, like I said, it's gonna stay like safely tucked away.
Yeah.
Until somebody offers me a lot of money because I haven't. It's not, and I'm not doing anything with it.
Did you see they put up a vinyl copy of Sacrifice, Mr. Bone's Sacrifice? They just put that on the store today.
I did see that, and the fact is I have a CD copy of Sacrifice.
Yeah, so do I.
Got it from the first Twisted show I ever went to, and I did not care for it.
Really?
So, yeah, it's not. I've said this before. HOK stuff is not really for me because I can never hear what the fuck they're saying because of how it's mixed and mastered.
You mean
and
it
that's
wasn't
not necessarily their
mixed and
fault? It's not the fault of them. It's the technology they had available to them. But I know, like, again, speaking with Robbie, and I mentioned it to him, and he's like, dude, I caught that instantly. It's my favorite HOK thing. And I'm like,
mine too.
I mean, maybe I should give this another shot, but I'm not really in a rush to grab it. I mean,
I would implore you to
spend $100. I still have to spend $100 on the Mad Season lunchbox set. Fuckers.
Okay, so Sacrifice is the best HOK project. Moving on.
But as far as like these weed projects, I mean, they could surprise me. I love the cover of I Got Five on it.
Yes.
I love out of the 4 Wasted tracks that Twisted have done, I love 2 and 3. I think those tracks are fucking fantastic. The fact that Wasted 3 is only available on the Songs to Smoke 2 CD
sucks.
Is a disappointment.
But it makes
because
sense.
It's very good.
And that one's still
Ritz is
available. You could
awesome.
still buy that on M&E.
It is, but here's the thing: like it kind of fluctuates as to whether or not they have it in stock or not. And that's a weird compilation because it came out right around Generation Nightmare, so it has tracks from Generation Nightmare on it.
Yeah. And they're not
But I
weed
mean,
songs.
it was one of the first things that had Red on it. We got a track by King Gordy. We had Gmo. Like it's a solid compilation. So if you don't have Songs to Smoke 2, I definitely recommend it. Plus, besides Wasted 3, Clock and W's is fucking fantastic. With Twisted, Young Wicked, and Ritz. Also, Breathin' by Young Wicked, where he just goes for like 3.5 minutes, no hook. It's just good.
Shit. Okay, I do need to get that.
Yeah. You need to, as well as everybody else who's listening right now.
Do you remember the I Stay Wicked weekly freestyle that
I do not.
That was in 2008. It was like a podcast thing, or they called them podcast then, but it was really just like, here's an MP3 on our website that you can listen to. And it was Young Wicked. Well, at the time it was still Otis. And it was just, I don't know how many of them they made. I have 3 of them that I downloaded, and it's just him freestyling. There's a few other people in the studio, and they're just kind of, like cheering him on and talking shit. And it's just him just going off. They're like 2 to 3 minutes long each, and it's just him going off.
It's just the hidden track of Bizarre all over and over.
Right,
again.
but it's Young Wicked. So
it's good.
So it's good. Yes. They are very good. Yeah. Yeah. I'll dig those up and send them to you. They're really good.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested. That was at a period where I was only like kind of figuring out who the hell AMB was. That's literally, I think, the year whenever I started listening to them. Because I know that I copped the first AMB Psychopathic release, I think in like the first quarter or something of 2008, because I bought both that and Independence Day by Twisted. At that Best Buy, and I didn't even know who AMB was. I was just looking in the CD section and saw
That's
that
got a
cover
Hatchet
and saw
on it.
Hatchet Man on it, and I was like, "What? Who are these guys?" And that's why I grabbed it. I was like, "Oh, there's ICP on this. I guess I should buy this."
Yeah,
and that's a hard album to find nowadays.
I bet it is. Yeah,
I did look. I actually looked on eBay earlier today, just typing them in, and I found a couple copies on there that are honestly very reasonable, like under $20. One of them was signed. I was like,
Shit.
"Fuck."
Wow.
Yeah, signed copy of Blood In, Blood Out. So there you go. If you guys are listening to this, I don't know if the fucking sites, if they're still up on eBay, but go ahead and look if you want to get a signed copy of that. I had somebody that I follow on Instagram. They were like, they wanted to get signed copies of Slaughter, and there was another album. I can't remember what it was. And they get a lot of fucking autographs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking, and I'm like, oh, I have Slaughter autographed, but I can't just like get rid of it. Like I remember getting Slaughter, and I think it was Vengeance, signed. By Young Wicked, and he was like, "Oh, you even got the old shit," and I was like, "Yeah, man, like I support you."
Yeah,
that was on the Psychomania tour where that was his first show back after his kid was born. So that was an interesting time. That was shortly after getting kicked off the curb from Psy, but yeah. Oh man, so we obviously have those two releases coming out on 420. There's also a D-Loc solo album coming out, disguised as a Cottonmouth Kings album coming out.
There sure is.
If anybody throws their money at D-Loc for this, I'm sorry. I'm literally waiting until that comes out, and I will sample through it. But I'm not. I don't think that I'm gonna get this, and I've got all the other. I have literally every Cottonmouth Kings album.
See, I'm not fully invested in Cottonmouth Kings, and again because I don't normally like weed songs, so I mean they talk about other stuff, and those are my favorite
which is
songs.
Unfortunate because their first album is not all about weed.
No, it's true, and a
lot of people say that after Saint Dog left is when the shift changed and became more like weed heavy.
Yeah.
I would strongly there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, the Royal Highness is their best thing. Oh, High Society is their best thing. I loved the last couple albums before they split from Subnoise. I honestly fucking loved Long Live the Kings, which is the first album that has Dirtball on it.
Yeah, that one was decent.
Mile High, the album that came out on the same day as Mighty Death Pop. I fucking love that record. It is my favorite one.
The only one that I actually own a copy of right now is High Society, and I gotta say,
which is fine.
I love that
it's
album.
Got some good songs on it.
And I mean, just the overall vibe. It's got a little bit of punk rock feel to it. It's got some reggae on it, and it's just, I don't know. It's a good freaking album. I like it a lot.
It's got Wicked Clowns.
It's got
what
Wicked
more do you
Clowns, right?
Round and Round is one that I like a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on that album.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I think so. That's a good one. But I never really got fully invested in them. But I will tell you this, that I don't give a fuck about this new Cottonmouth Kings thing. Just whatever.
Yeah.
It's
if I want to listen
tragic.
to a solo D-Loc album, I'll go and listen to Made for Kings, and guess what? I hated that fucking album too.
Yeah.
So, which is sad because I honestly really liked, for a while, D-Loc was my favorite member, but for fuck's sake, he came off as so goddamn lazy on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, he was getting super outclassed, especially when Dirtball came in, and he did not pick back up until Sunrise Sessions and into Mile High. And I'm just like, man, you need to fucking grow up.
How can anybody not be one-upped by Dirtball? I mean, that dude is a beast.
I think that Dirtball was. I remember a lot of people whenever he was announced in the group, because there was rumors that KMK was going to add somebody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were pushing for Big B, and really thought that it was going to be him.
But Big B can't rap.
Go away. Mic check is done. Mic check is done.
No.
Big B is so fucking good.
Okay, I haven't heard a lot of his stuff, but I've heard some, and I mean it's okay. But I mean when you put Big B and Dirtball on a track together, most of the time they complement each other.
Oh, they're great together,
each other,
but they're totally different styles.
I just don't really care for Big B's style myself, but
I would at the very least say go ahead and. His style definitely changed up with his something in Good Times, I think is what it's called. I can't remember what it is, but it's the album that has the song Before I Leave This Place.
Oh yeah, that's
album
the one with
Everlast.
Definitely
had a shift.
That's a dope song.
That album is very good. And the album that came out after that, I think, is so fucking great because he kind of shifted to a more like Americana style. Which he was already doing a little bit of, but honestly, I highly recommend if you're on the fence about Big B. Music for Misfits, which is his greatest hits album that came out. It has Before I Leave This Place on there. It definitely, I think, gives a good representation of what he does, and I think it's really worth giving him a shot. It's very well done.
From the little that I've heard from Big B, though, what I've heard from Big B, I think he does better on the more folky Americana stuff, the more sung stuff. Whereas if you put him on a straight hip hop track, he's usually going to be outclassed by everybody else, and he's kind of treading water. And I don't think he would have fit with Cottonmouth Kings, like, as, you know, for a whole project.
Maybe. Tracks that I would say are to argue that, We Can Smoke, which was from the same album that has Blaze on it.
Yes, More to Hate.
But We Can Smoke, which features Daddy X and D-Loc, he's great on that, and it also samples Safety Dance. So
yeah,
that's really good. And also the song Looking Up, which is a King Spade song.
Okay.
That features Big B. His verses.
Taking it back to Ex Murder Boys, the song that him and Dirtball did on God's Hand is good, and I like his verse on that one.
I need to re-listen to God's Hand, because I remember, like, there's songs that I know I love on it, but I cannot remember the feel of the whole thing. So that's going to be interesting whenever we get to recover that.
That album is hands down, and I mean, a lot of people are going to throw objects at their speakers right now, or rip their headphones off, but God's Hand is one of my favorite Psychopathic releases. Easily top 10.
I think that's a very left field pick, in my opinion, but I mean, shit, what the fuck do I know?
Well, and
you've been listening to this longer than me, but I mean,
and the weird thing is, it's not really even a Psychopathic album. It came out on Hatchet House, but it was recorded all on their own.
Yeah. And Violent J heard it and said, we gotta put this out.
Because they had been hyping it since the Cut and Stitched compilation. Yep. They were hyping God's Hand. That was I guess it was only 1 year. It was a year before. So it was like right after they were done with Psychopathic, they're like, okay, we're going to do God's Hand. We're going to do it all on our own. We're just going to put it together. They did it. And apparently Violent J heard it and was like, holy shit, I got to put this out. And God, good thing you did, because that is a banger of an album.
Which could have been seen as a cash grab.
Could be.
But I think at that point, Violent J honestly was like, we need to get this to more people. More people need to hear this. Because if you think about it, Ex Murder Boys, their first technically national release was not Blood In, Blood Out.
Unforgiven Forest.
They did. Unforgiven Forest technically was a nationwide release. It just didn't reach a lot of people. You know, Denver got, slammed with it, obviously. Yeah. But I mean, it was Blood In, Blood Out that really obviously saw the larger audience, because Psychopathic had the distribution from, I think at that point they still had Red distribution. Yeah. So that was going to various record stores. With Hatchet House, which I think is still not the smartest thing that Psychopathic's ever done. No. I think that they should have just kept everything as Psychopathic Records, because it almost seems like, this is like a stepping stone, a pedestal for people to work up through, which I don't think was fair.
Yeah, like they put ROC.
It's disgusting that.
I mean, come on.
It's disgusting to have ROC on there. The fact that they announced Tally Demon and then Tally Demon, dipped. And, I kind of, in a way, I understand why they put A and B on Hatchet House. I think they kind of were like, you got one, now work for it,
Yeah. But I would argue that they had already worked for it, because they hustled their asses off when they were on Psychopathic. They went on like 4 tours in 1 year. They went on 4 tours, recorded an entire album, video. They did a guest spot on Boondocks' album. And I mean, they grinded.
Yeah, and I totally get it. I think that they're going to be an interesting story to really like dig deeper into. Mm-hmm. So I do look forward to that. But the story with Hatchet House is just, I mean, God, I remember at one point I think Q Strange was rumored to be on there as well.
Right,
and I've never listened to Q Strange. I know the song that he did on Tunnel Runners, and that's it. I've never looked into more of his stuff, so I apologize for anybody who's yelling at me from your speaker. But I'm sorry, I've just never gotten to listen to anything more.
Me neither.
And it's of my own ignorance. But
Did
yeah,
you say
Tally
arrogance?
Demon. Sorry, say it again.
Did you say arrogance?
Yeah, that's what it is. Tally Demon, I think is the saddest of everyone on Hatchet House, because she was on there and then had creative differences and dipped. However, from what it sounds like, some of her vocals were then stolen and repurposed for some other projects.
Really?
Yes,
I've never heard that story.
To my understanding, her vocals were used on 2 Boondocks songs. Ooh. Actually. The final track of Crimson Creek.
Okay.
Death of a Hater. That allegedly is her in the chorus.
Can we just stop and say how badass that song is, and especially Jamie Madrox's verse?
So fucking good.
Yes.
It's so fucking good.
That's one of Jamie's best verses. I mean, as far as just like one verse.
It's one of his hardest.
Yeah. Oh, God.
He's relentless. And the other song was on one of the DJ Clay mixtapes. I believe it was on the second
So
one.
Preventable?
But
was that the one?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because that's got a girl on the
Whichever
chorus.
one has female
I think
vocals,
that's the one.
allegedly that is
Really?
Tally Demon. They basically just took some vocals that she had laid down and put them on there without her knowledge or consent.
Interesting.
So, yeah. That's cool.
Right.
Who else has been on? So we've had,
was Motown
had her
Rage
on there for
on
2
Hatchet
minutes
House,
and
or
then
was that Psychopathic?
Who
Motown
was?
Rage?
Motown Rage was on Hatchet House, had one album, and then they were
and then,
gone.
Of course,
however, they only had a contract for 1 album.
Okay.
So that was what happened.
And then DJ Clay.
Awesome Dre.
Awesome Dre. Yeah, he was signed for a minute, wasn't he?
Awesome Dre was on there. Vanilla Ice has been signed to Psychopathic for the last 8 years now.
It's
and
been longer than that.
So thanks for that. I really wish you'd re-release WTF physically, because I'm stupid and didn't buy it before. So physical copy of Born on Halloween has evaded me forever.
And the ROC was on there as like the biggest slap in the face.
There is such a disgrace. And granted, I will admit I'm not a huge fan of that record, but
it's definitely not as best
actually it's
work,
kind of sad because my favorite track on there is a track that was already done.
Hello.
Yes, Hello is
fucking
amazing.
Right.
Actually, I think
but that's a
tracks
reworking
on that
of
EP
it.
were already from his prior one, which was I believe that was Oh Hell No.
Oh Hell No. Yeah, but that album had reworkings of songs from I'm Here, and also had reworkings of songs that he had released on Bits and Pieces. Yeah, but I don't care because they're all good.
but the version of Hello that's on Welcome to the Dark Side is fantastic. The cuts, the Shaggy
That's got
portion,
Shaggy
it
on
adds a
it.
whole other depth to it. It's such a good song. That's why I've seen ROC in concert once, and he was like a surprise, and he performed that, and I was like, I can die happy, because that's my favorite song of his.
Nice. Did you get a chance to listen to the new singles from ROC?
I'm sorry? Say again, please.
Did you get a chance to listen to the new ROC singles?
I did not. I keep forgetting that they had dropped, and so I did not get to listen to them yet. I'm slacking.
I'm slacking on the one that dropped today. FWTS was the one that came out today, and I haven't checked that out yet. But the
FWTS, I wonder what that stands for. Yeah. It's fuck what they say.
Fuck with this shit. Fuck what they say.
It's got to be fuck what they say.
It's not like, fuck this twisted shit. No, no. But no, the other single, Bounce Back, that one was dope. That one was really cool. Okay, you need to go check that one out because it's cool. And he just announced today that he's got another one coming in 2 weeks. And so now at this point, because I've been buying these singles because I don't subscribe to any streaming service, and so I've just been going on Amazon and I just buy the single for 99 cents. And then I can put it on my Zune because I'm really old school. And yeah. But at this point, I think I'm going to have to stop buying them because it's looking like this is going to be an album and those songs are probably all going to be on the album. But then I'm going to kick myself if they're not.
One would hope.
No.
This is an issue that I have is I hate whenever they've put out singles and then they don't make it to the album. One single that I am still to this day mad has not gotten a nationwide release is "Split in This Paint," which was put out before Generation Nightmare, back when it was still the Nightmare Children in concept.
Yeah, that's
that
right.
Has only it has only been put out physically on a sampler. And that bothers me.
And
that track is
with my situation, I totally forgot about that song because I only heard it once. When it first came out, I dipped into YouTube, I pulled it up, I listened to it, and I haven't revisited it since because it's not on anything I have.
I love that track. I'm like I said, I'm mad that it wasn't put on Generation Nightmare. I find it interesting that, between that and the Don't Play This for Anyone album, which they included songs that were, B-sides essentially of Generation Nightmare, but it's because, we made this whenever it was the Nightmare Children and then it shifted over into this. And I'm like, there's songs on this that are better than what's on Generation Nightmare. Like, I'm sorry to say, but some of the tracks that are on this album that you only press 1,000 copies of, that's never going to be put out, en masse, it's very disappointing because some of these tracks are fucking great. Like, I think I spoke with you before, and there's a song on that compilation that features Young Wicked and Bing X, I believe is his name. And it's so good. It's so, like, it's one of those tracks that, like, fucking, grip my goddamn heart and, squeeze it because, I feel the pain.
Right.
Like, I love that shit. Give me that emo rap. That's what I want right now.
Exactly.
And people make fun of Twisted for it for this reason and that, and they're like, oh yeah, now they just sound all emo. Did y'all listen to some of the shit that they had on Most Tasteless and Freak Show?
Emo Twisted is the best Twisted,
like,
hands down.
And this is why for a very long time I was like, man, I can feel some of the pain they're saying, like and I'm All Right, like that's a very somber song. Like you can't tell me that you're hearing that and it's not like something that's rough. Even tracks that get people hyped, like Afraid of Me. That is not a song that's meant to hype you up. It's meant to, you're feeling real shit. So that's why, like, whenever they were on Psychopathic, I was like, nobody can touch these guys. And then this guy called Dave from Georgia showed up and said, hey, I can do this stuff too.
Right. When he does his more emo shit, that's his best stuff, in my opinion.
I think it's some of his best. His best. Not necessarily like, I must have this over anything else. Because he has some of his hype stuff is good. Like, I fully believe that Boondocks has some incredible stuff that's like, whether it's horrorcore or just like stuff to make you move. I think that, I can't remember if it was you that I was talking about when we were talking about, I think it was Abaddon, before. I think it was you. And was it you that said you didn't like the song My Night or whatever?
Yeah. I think ICP ruined that song.
I think that song is hilarious. I hate the fact that it came right after Monster.
Yeah,
like that's
Monster's like one of the best songs
I hate
ever
the fact
made.
that they tagged that skit at the end of Monster.
Yeah,
I really hate that.
It's such a mood killer.
But yeah, the emotional stuff, like the song "Path I Walk" is the first one that really I was like, oh, holy fuck.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like, I'm listening to this. I'm in my final year of high school, and I hear this song, and I'm playing it on repeat because I had a bad day at school, and I'm like, man, like, this dude knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Having gone from Boondocks' first album, which I really didn't know what to think of the guy. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of cheesy. I mean, some of it's kind of cool. Some of it's kind of funny. It's a lot of cheese. But that second album, well, his second actual album, Crimson Creek, yeah, there was a couple of tracks on there that were like hella real. And like I feel like when he steps away from the gimmick, which, I mean, of course it's the gimmick and everybody has one, most everybody. And sometimes it works for him. But I feel like when he steps away from the gimmick and gets into some more real topics and more personal issues, I think that's where he really shines. Not that his other stuff isn't good, because a lot of it is, but I think this is where he really shines and does his best, when he tackles a real topic and kind of steps out of the gimmick a little bit. And it seems like he does that more and more in later albums.
I agree.
I appreciate that shit.
I think that The Harvest was obviously like, oh hey, new signee on Psychopathic, and he's a Southern dude, so,
he's from
take
Georgia. He drinks
I think it was definitely
moonshine.
jarring for a lot of people. However, I mean, you mentioned his second official album. We can't ignore the fact that, you know, Pumpkinhead came out.
Pumpkinhead was great.
Which 7-track EP. It was actually the first Boondocks album that I ever grabbed. I fun story is I was still learning how to drive when that album had dropped, and I wanted to go to the mall to pick it up, and my parents wouldn't drive me there. They were like, okay, if you want to get it, you have to drive. And it terrified me because I have to cross a river to get to our mall, and I was fucking paranoid at the time. But grabbed it from Hot Topic for like $7, which was awesome. And man, I played the fuck out of Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
And Pumpkinhead, I think, did a great job in being so concise, you know, a psychopathic EP. But it did a good job, I think, of bridging the gap between The Harvest and what would then become Crimson Creek.
Yeah.
And showcased a lot of what he could do. Like, Sleep Stalker is horrorcore. Pumpkinhead is horrorcore.
Yeah.
Southern Nights is just fun.
Yeah, it's like, just a hype track. It's a Southern hype track, and that's a lot of what you get on The Harvest. And it's still what he still does later on too, with some of his a lot of his hype tracks. But it also, you know, it brings in the live instrumentation, which he almost always does.
Yes.
And actually for a while,
sounds great for him.
Yeah, he had not a full band, but didn't he at least have a drummer most of the time?
He had the
shows?
He had the drummer, yes.
Yeah, because I saw him on a Twisted show.
I think the only time I've ever seen it show up was on that Hatchet Attacks DVD. It shows there's a guy on a full drum set.
Yeah.
Over there. What else? I'm sorry, I wanted to double check on the Pumpkinhead.
And then there was one more song, Suffering.
Suffering.
And which is kind of horrorcore, but it's also kind of on the emo edge of horrorcore.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, not like with Personal Issues, but just where it's got that emo vibe to it.
And then you have two remixes that are
a Mikey Clark remix and a DJ Clay remix.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I actually prefer those to the originals.
I think that They Pray with Snakes is definitely better. 7, I can kind of flip either way, but both of them are so fucking good.
Yeah, they're both great.
Like those remixes, those are a very rare instance of, you know, these remixes are giving the original ones a run for their money.
Yeah, so it's a solid EP. Absolutely solid EP. There's not a bad song on there. It definitely is. And it's got a great vibe. I also want to
say that since we're talking about Boondocks, I think that Boondocks, and you know, I know that Shmeev is going to listen to this. I think he does listen to the mic checks, which thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. I try not to give so much information because I kind of like giving that to Shmeev while we're recording because I like hearing his reactions to it. But Boondocks was like the VIP of the Let 'Em Bleed mixtapes.
Yes.
I think that he consistently put out the best stuff. He may not have, or rather not the best stuff. Like there might have been somebody who had a better track overall compared to everybody else, but he had the most consistent songs on there.
Until A&B came around. Because all of theirs were fire too. They were only on the third and fourth ones.
Third and fourth, you're right. I was trying to think of that, but then
their songs are the highlights of those two.
What did Boondocks do on 3 and 4? And then I remember like
some good shit.
Boondocks was only on one of them actually on 3, which was the cover of Another Love Song,
which was pretty good. Yeah. And then on 4, he had the Welcome to the Flames,
remix, Let Me Hear You, and Welcome to the Flames, which was supposed to be on South of Hell.
Well, it was supposed to be like a teaser for South of Hell, like a hype track for it. Yeah.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
But his stuff on Let 'Em Bleed 2 was incredible.
Yes,
the track he did with the Yisham on Let 'Em Bleed 1. Fucking
awesome.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fucking fire. And I remember I forgot his tracks that were on Psychopathics from Outer Space Part 3. Man, My Van, which was it's silly. It's silly, and I get why people might not like it, but I think he took the concept and fucking nailed it.
Oh yeah.
But then Torn Possession was definitely a yes. You know this album that he's building up to. This is what you're going to expect on it. Torn Possession.
Absolutely, that's
dark.
a great track.
Like it's.
I think that's the best one on that album.
Boondocks.
That one or Zombie
him going was a big loss for Psychopathic, and it's very unfortunate. But I think that Boondocks, pretty much anything he touches is incredibly solid, whether it's his solo stuff, which he says he's doing like 3 projects this year.
Yeah.
3!
Well, isn't this going to be his... Didn't you say he was going to retire the Boondocks character? I thought he said...
Oh, I don't know that. I hope not after how good Crimson Crow was.
I know.
For fucking hell, that album was so goddamn good. The fact that came out in the last two weeks of 2020, and I was like, I don't care. It's in my top 5. Like, this album is fucking great.
And, you know, I didn't get it right away either. I was like on the fence about it. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because I hadn't fucked with any of his other M&E stuff yet.
Okay. So The Murder, I think, was... This is an interesting...
I think The Murder was kind of inconsistent.
Thing that I haven't really, like, vocalized, but I think that a lot of the people who have come to MNE from Psychopathic, their first releases have been the closest to what you would expect them to have put out on Psychopathic.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Like, and when I'm saying that, I mean, like, so what was the first thing Twisted came out with? New Nightmare.
Yeah.
Maybe not that per se, but The Darkness, they could have put that out on Psychopathic.
True. Yeah, that kind of had some Green Book vibes, kind of had some Abominations vibes. Could have.
Blaze.
Casket Maker.
We obviously had Gang Riders Reborn, which was literally a Psychopathic release. But Casket Factory.
Yeah.
There's parts of that remind me of Clockwork Gray.
Yeah, I see that.
Like, plain and simple. Literally, the song Two Middle Fingers straight up reminds me of Blaze Up from Clockwork Gray. Straight up. And The Murder, in my opinion, sounds very much like Abaddon. And I don't love Abaddon. I think it's got some good songs. But The Murder, I think, was very hampered by the fact that, I mean, Madrox is all over that album. And I know there's people who didn't like that because they don't care for Madrox singing or whatever.
I loved his contributions to The Murder.
I think that there's some times where I'm like, I maybe could have done them without it here. Like the song Throwaway, I think that song is fantastic. Jamie Madrox's chorus is great. However, on Liquor, Lies, and Legacy, there is a remix of that which doesn't have Madrox and has Polo Frost doing a hook that's different. It changes the vibe, and yet both versions are so good, and it's like an internal battle for me of which one do I like more. You know? I think that all of the stuff that's coming out after the fact is being a little more of, okay, we have freedom. What can we do with this? Cadaver, I thought was one of the best Blaze records in a long time.
There is stuff on Cadaver that you never would have thought Blaze would even touch, and it's great. He's gone so far beyond shotguns and 40s.
What is the track that he did where, like, the very beginning of it has, like, him doing an auto-tuned chorus? I can't even fucking remember. Is that the one that's got Monoxide on it?
No, I hope you're talking about Back Window.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what it is. That song is so fucking good.
That's the cut right there. Yeah.
The standout track, in my opinion, the one that's got Young Wicked on the hook.
Yeah.
Like,
emo.
It's like,
it's there.
You're right. You're straight up right. Straight up right.
I mean, when on Psychopathic did Blaze ever approach anything that was like real life stuff? Never. He always stuck to his gimmick, and I mean, while most of it was good, he never strayed.
Which is respectable. But at the same time, it's like, is it going to start getting stale?
Right.
Like,
yeah. I think Gang Rags is where it got stale, even though there's a lot of good tracks on it. I think the gimmick.
That's because Jay wrote the entire fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because Mikey Clark produced the entire fucking thing.
Right. And no offense to Mikey Clark, but I mean, the guy's good at what he does, but he can't do everything.
Do you know what Mikey Clark is good at and should stay good at?
ICP records.
ICP.
Yeah.
I hate this, and I feel like, don't get me wrong, I love Mike Clark. I think that Mike Clark is the third member of ICP, straight up. But we got to a point where Mike Clark should not have touched anything that was an ICP if it was going to be on Psychopathic.
Well, and in
Now
2010,
I say that,
he
and I
did
didn't realize that
everything.
he did tackle. But what I'm saying is, I didn't realize that he had a hand in Boondocks' first album.
Yeah, he
I
did
didn't
most of
realize
it,
that.
and that's good because he has that approach to music. He has a musicality. He approaches things not just from like a rap beat perspective, but like building a song with instruments and sections of the song like bridges and stuff, and that really works for Boondocks, but it doesn't work for Blaze.
But then why was South of Hell bad?
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I defended that album for a very long time. That was, I bought that album, and Boondocks was the first Psychopathic artist I ever met. He did an in-store appearance 2 days after that album released in Pittsburgh, and I was like, I'm going. I got to meet this dude. And I was fucking terrified. I was stuttering. I was very nervous to meet this guy, but I was hype, and I loved that album when it came out. Now I look back on it, and it's like, you've got 5 really good songs, and the rest there's tracks that I forget are different. Like, people hated "We All Fall" because of the auto-tune chorus.
That's
I
the
liked
best
it.
song
You know
on
why?
there,
'Cause
as far
it's
as
sad as shit.
That's my favorite song on there, hands down.
Fucking, what was it? I told you about this whenever Yum Yum Bedlam came out. Let's Be Honest. They fucking stole that instrumental and reused it on Yum Yum's Lore. But what the fuck was the song? It was the first time where a song he did with ICP was actually really good.
Get Back? No. Watch Your Back.
Watch Your Back.
Yeah, that's a really good one too. That's their best collab together.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
yes,
no,
I will agree with that.
No. Walking After Midnight.
So fucking well done.
Walking After Midnight on Crimson Creek.
Nope.
No?
I'll fight you on this.
Well, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying that one is good too. But Watch Your Back is better.
I think I like Lady and the Jaguar. I like Walking After Midnight.
Ouch, really? Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got Jamie doing the Jenny
true.
voice.
That's true. You got to love that.
What more could you want?
It's funny, but it doesn't deserve any repeat listenings. It's a skit.
So this is the thing is I think that like Boondocks Boondocks so fucking good, but again, Mike Clark was I think only able to do so much with South of Hell that, like I said, a lot of it just kind of falls flat. To me.
I don't think Mike Clark was really doing a lot of good stuff at that point. Like we said, the Blaze album, not good.
No, dude, but he made Bang Pow Boom.
Yes,
he made Bang Pow Boom 6 months prior, and it was so fucking great.
This is true.
It's like there's people I actually
and like maybe he should only do ICP albums because then Mighty Death Pop was great, but everything else that he did in that time was not good.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I think the thing that took off for him was the fact that he produced all summer long, and that was by mistake, because that was supposed to go to fucking ICP.
Yeah.
Like my thing was the fact that Mike Clark was seen as like as a god among producers, and in some aspects he was.
Sure.
If it was not for him, ICP would not be at the level that they were.
You go back and you listen to
guess what?
any underground rap, any horrorcore from the 90s. Now I'm talking just strictly 90s. Like let's say just from 94 through 97. Okay, mid 90s horrorcore. You listen to Esham. You listen to House of Crazies. You listen to ICP. You listen to anything else. I mean, even mainstream rap. And you listen to the level of production. Mikey Clark, hands down, is one of the best. I mean, almost any rap music from that era, the early to mid 90s, Mikey Clark blows them all out of the water with his production skills. And not only that, the mix and just the professionalism that it sounds like. I mean, I understand that the Joker's cards have probably been remastered when they were re-released on Island, at least to some extent. Maybe just the levels brought up and kind of cleaned up a little bit. But you listen to those and you compare them to, anything else from that time, and it's top shelf.
Oh, I agree, and I mean it also. I mean you got to consider the time periods. We mentioned on whenever we came to that episode the jump in quality between Riddlebox and Great Malenko is
Mm-hmm.
night and day. However, they were also in a much nicer
Yes.
fucking studio recording
Yes.
that shit, you know. But literally from Malenko on, and I think it maybe in another way I'd say maybe from Jekyll Brothers on, the production quality, how crisp everything sounds, is
Mm-hmm.
top notch and never dips
Mm-hmm.
under that for an
Right.
ICP record. And a lot of that is because Mike Clark has an ear for that shit. But I also again grow concerned because he was seen as such a big, a big reason as to why ICP was so big. It's like, okay, well, he worked a little bit on Twisted's stuff. He did some of the stuff on
Mm-hmm.
Most Tasteless. He did some of the stuff on Freak
No.
Show. No, I'm sorry. Freak Show was all
He did 2 tracks
Fritz.
on the Green Book,
Fritz and Twisted.
but only one of them ended up on the Green Book.
That's
Wondering
true.
why.
That's true. But that was also at the period where he was like, not with ICP.
Correct. Now, I didn't know about the Frankenstein. I knew that he did a remix of Frankenstein for the Murder Mix CD. And
Yes.
I was like, okay, this is kind of fun for a remix, but whatever, it's a remix. Fast forward to the Cryptic Collection VIP edition, and
Yep.
the original.
Exactly. It was on the vinyl that they put out.
Right, and
a
that's
few
the
years
original
prior.
Mikey Clark beat that he originally did for the song back in 2003. And holy fuck, that one's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and here's the thing. This is not me besmirching the good name of Mike Clark. He is a legend. It's crazy because actually a couple weeks ago I was on I was on YouTube Music, my streaming service of choice, because I have it for free, and I came across the Mike Clark instrumental albums that he has. You can buy the physical ones on his site.
I've
There's
heard
4
one
of them and all this. I sampled through the first 2, and it was really crazy to find tracks that eventually became ICP tracks. I found a couple that were ICP. I found one that was Boondocks. It was really weird for me to find these and be like, wow, like I can see where he made some adjustments and adding some stuff in here. That's really fucking cool. But, it's just the fact that the dude doesn't stop. But my problem is I wonder if then Mike Clark became kind of a one-trick pony with that of, anything that ICP touches that Mike Clark produced, gold. Okay. So obviously that's the same case for everybody else on the label, right? I didn't like South of Hell overall. Gang Rags has a couple good songs, but overall it's not a good Blaze record. Tracks on there could have been a great ICP track.
Lights Out
As dumb
is
as it
such
sounds.
a cool song.
Tokyo Spa.
Why did they close the album with that though?
That's the fucking most disgusting part about it.
No,
it should not have
but
ended
the
that
song
album.
Lights Out. I remember back in like 2009, I think it was just shortly after Bang Pow Boom. Violent J went on one of his Hatchet Heralds or Weekly Freaklies or whatever he was doing at the time, and he said, I wrote this cool song about what would happen if the sun disappeared or whatever, and it's this really cool song, and I've been working on it. Me and Mike Clark have been working on it. And I was like, oh wow, that sounds like a really cool ICP song. And then come to find out it's on Blaze's album, and I'm like, okay, it's still a cool song, but it's not a good Blaze song. I mean, he does it well. He performs it really well, but it doesn't fit his style, and it doesn't fit in the album. Jay should have kept that for himself and put it on Mighty Death Pop.
Yeah, I'm looking at the track list now and just tracks that stand out of honestly being good. Like Dead Man Walking, I know that Jay wrote it, but man, he fucking owns that track, especially when he performs it live. Like that is Blaze through and through. Honestly, one of the ones that I was surprised that I liked so much, B&E.
Okay, it's
that track.
It's got a cool beat
because
it's got a
vibe to it. Him being like so like subdued.
I didn't like that song at first, but if it's just kind of on, I jam out to it. But I've never it seemed kind of boring to me at first, but after a while, it kind of grew on me as like a, it comes up on a shuffle or in the
Right.
middle of the album and it's like, yeah, this is cool. I'm nodding my head. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. But then it just kind of passes and I'm like, what song was that?
Mhm. And the other one that stands out is "Damn Bitch,"
Okay.
but not the version on Gang Rags.
Oh,
The version from Murder Mix 2 that features
right.
KMK. I'd strongly
Yes,
prefer
I
that
agree.
one, mostly because
It breaks it up more.
they adjusted the beat slightly, and that makes Bootleg's verse sound all
Right.
the cooler. Because of the downbeats that he puts on his verse. It's well done, but the rest of that album is like, what
Three
the
Evil
fuck?
Wizards is kind of
Like-
fun, but it's not a Blaze song.
And that's why it's so disappointing that, later on that year or the following year we got Gang Rags, uncut and
Right.
extended, which is what should have been Gang Rags, and I think was allegedly going to be Last House on Dead
Correct.
Street.
But
But now he said in a recent interview, like last year or something, that Last House on Dead Street is still going to be a thing. And I'm like, what's
yeah, I struggle with that for the
fucking
longest
doing?
time. I'm like, when it first came out, I'm like, why is there a second version of Gang Rags and it's all different songs? And I'm like, okay, well, it's just like a bonus album. But then it's like, oh, this was the stuff that him and Madrox wrote and recorded that Violent J said, no, we're going to do this instead. And I'm like, well, wouldn't that be Last House on Dead Street? Why didn't they just call it that? And,
Which is what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Whenever
Which is what I
Ian
always
kept
thought it
grinding,
was.
he says
Yeah.
at the very end,
right.
don't believe me, check out my next CD, Last House on Dead Street.
Right. And
and
why
it's
didn't
like,
they
well,
just
what the
call
fuck?
it that?
Yeah, and they should have.
And then he did the Gang Rags Reborn, which I didn't buy that until like a month ago. Because I
Really?
was just like, yeah, I was like, why do I need another version of this? I had the one, and then I had the one that I got.
Okay,
that I
okay.
got from you.
So here's the thing. First off, we need to acknowledge I sold you
Right.
one of the Gang Rags uncut and extended versions.
Correct.
Which was the version that I sold you, the one that had J10 on it?
Yes. The
Okay,
original.
so the very rare one.
Uh-huh.
So the very rare one.
Okay, yeah. So there's 5 versions of this album.
Yeah.
Five albums that have Gang Rags as the title.
So do you know why you needed Gang Rags Reborn?
Because the beats are better.
Because it was produced by Seven, who
Yeah.
is like the best fucking producer nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the thing. I remember when the tour edition, the expanded edition first came out, which I don't even know why they called it expanded. It was a whole different album. They should have just called it the
extended
Outtakes.
version, uncut and
Right.
uncensored. That's what it's
Right.
called.
That's
at 45 minutes and 30 seconds
But
is
it's a
literally every track. So from
Right.
both versions.
It's a misleading title. It should have just been like the Outtakes or something. But anyways,
Forgotten Freshness, Gang Rags edition.
right. And I remember when that came out, I was like, oh, it was a tour exclusive and I couldn't get it. And, so I ripped it and I was like, okay, the sound quality is, ass. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like it's finished, like it's mastered. And I'm like, okay, they're kind of demos. Okay, I get it.
Some tracks aren't bad. Some tracks are
Right.
fine as
Yeah.
is.
But it didn't really stand out to me. None of it did. I was like, whatever. And I shelved it. I didn't even think about it. And then it wasn't until you mentioned that you had an extra copy of it. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. And and then I listened to it. I'm like, okay, it's actually, on CD, it sounds better than what I remember. And then I revisited the original Gang Rags, which I probably hadn't heard in probably 6 years. And I was like, yeah, okay. I like the other one better. I like the extended better, just because the songs are better, even though it's not mixed
Because
or
they're
mastered well.
Blaze songs.
Right.
Like that's the thing.
Right.
Like it's
And
really sad whenever the stuff on there, like, and don't get me wrong, there's stuff on the original uncut and uncensored version of Gang Rags that I prefer over the Gang Rags Reborn. I think Dead Gangsta is better as the original.
yeah.
And which I still to this day I'm so sad like how short that song is. I love it and I wish it was way longer.
Yeah.
And
Blaze is the
Rules
king
of the
of
Game
like
with
1
Anybody
minute
Killer.
songs though. I mean, he's got one on every album, right?
fucking might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I finally bought Gang Rags Reborn because for the longest time I was like, why do I need this? It's just, it's just a remix of an album that I already didn't think that I liked.
Because it also has 4 brand new tracks that are pretty damn good.
They are pretty damn good. And yeah,
Dead Like Me is incredible. I love that track.
Yeah. So now Gang Rags Reborn has, I don't know, it's maybe one of my top 5 Blaze albums now, I guess. I don't know. It's a contender.
It's hard to, I think it's hard to do a top 5 for Blaze because Blaze doesn't have as many albums.
True.
And I'm gonna spoil something. I think I've talked to you about this, but one of the ideas that I have for a future mic check is for when I have a guest is I want to do the quote unquote perfect set list for the idea of if an artist has that that residency at Vegas, where they're there performing the same set list over and over.
Hey, ICP's going to have that in 5 years.
So what I'm saying is pick the best song, one song from every album, like every major release. And my idea was actually to have you on for ICP and have Robbie on for Twisted. I feel like that makes sense.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Because those artists have more than enough albums to do that with. Blaze does not.
Right.
Blaze's set's going to be an hour long if that's the case.
Or you can just give him a full set and you can just do his discography minus a few songs and he's good to go.
But that's an idea that I have in the future. So, if people like these guest episodes that's already run over 2 hours long, they can let me know.
Yeah.
But
let's do it. Yeah.
It's an idea that I have in the future and I feel like an ICP and Twisted ones would be respectable lengths. Obviously
and then we could have a celebrity death match to see which one is better.
Well, it's Twisted. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
If Twisted have We Don't Die, what's the song that ICP competes with? Chicken Huntin'?
Homies?
Oh, I'm sorry, a song that has Twisted?
Oh. Shit, you got me.
Which,
Hocus
the one
Pocus.
time I saw them in concert, it was actually the first show that Shmeev went to as well. They performed Homies, and Young Wicked did a verse in place of Twisted's. Wish that one could have actually been recorded, but because I don't remember what the fuck he said during it. I'd have to look online to see if there's any audio of it.
That sounds epic.
Yeah, man, fucking tour album versions of songs make me so freaking mad. I remember the one time seeing Tech Nine, and I think it was the second time I saw Tech Nine. And they were doing Welcome to the Midwest, and then Cut Calhoun did a verse. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? It was insane. It was so good. I kept hoping that I was like, yo, put
that on an album.
Put Cut Calhoun on an official version of Welcome to the Midwest. Like, I need this remix.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay, I've seen Tech 2 or 3 times, and he did Welcome to the Midwest.
So fucking good.
Both times. Or 3 times, however many
times.
Always
does it. He always does that song.
Yeah, and blew me away, man. I mean, the way him and Callie go back and forth on that fucking song.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just, and they're just like egging each other on. They're like, oh, you think you're good? Watch what I can do. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh man.
That was the track whenever
Crazy.
I bought my first Tech Nine album, which was a copy of Ever Ready. I bought that I was in college at the time. So this is in fall of 2008. And my college's bookstore, the lower level, had like movies and CDs for some reason. I said, okay, this is fucking weird. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I've said this on my, on one of the early episodes, but my, my fucking, orientation. So, 5 months before I started going to school or whatever, I didn't buy any shirts for my school. I didn't buy a hat or nothing for my school. I bought CDs. And 2 of the CDs I bought were Supervillains and Roadfuls by ABK. Like 2 albums that are pretty fucking hard to find right now. And they had them at my school bookstore. In fall, there was a copy of Everready used for $8, and I was like, "This is
shit.
weird." But I've heard of this guy. I heard him on
2 CDs for $8. Can't beat
he's
that.
he's on 2 tracks on my Forgotten Freshness 4 album that I bought. He's on that Serial Killer song I heard on Twisted.
Right.
Let me go ahead and buy this. And I was listening to it, and meanwhile my fucking roommate is like, "Yeah, I don't listen to that. He's a devil worshiper and shit like that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And when I got to Welcome to the Midwest, I was like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
This is amazing!"
right.
And then listening more and more and more, and then I got to the end, and the Beast is towards the end, and that was like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Beast was the first song I ever memorized by him, and then Welcome to the Midwest took a little bit more time, but still. I've been a fan of Tech for a long time. However, the last probably 7 years, I've been disappointed. So
yeah, it's been more miss than hit. But I think, I don't know. I mean, he's gotten to a point now where he's
something else. Is his
he's
last
comfortable.
Really good album, in my opinion.
He's too comfortable now. He's not hungry, and that's the problem. Because I think his first 3 albums specifically, he was hungry, and he just went out there and he just raged.
First 3 on Strange, or his first 3 in general?
I'm sorry. First 3 on Strange.
Okay, so Angelic, Absolute Power, and
Everready. Yes, he raged through those albums, and he was hungry. And I mean, like, every verse mattered. Every verse was like, I have to make this the best verse I can possibly do. I want to make sure that everybody knows nobody can fuck with me. I'm the best rapper in the world. And he proved it on almost every single track on all 3 of those albums.
I'd be willing to agree. Also, which also means a lot whenever he gave Absolute Power away for free.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let that show,
exactly.
I'll still sell this motherfucker because people will hear this and they want to buy it.
Exactly. And then it seemed like after that, Misery Loves Company was really good. And
MLK is not bad.
And then I feel like Killer was not as good. It would have made a great single album.
Yes, they could have. He could have cut it down.
Yeah.
And made it 1 CD. This is the coolest shit. I got that CD for $3 brand new.
Nice.
Because I got it from our local Circuit City back whenever that was going out of business. I got that.
A Circuit what?
Yeah, exactly. That, G-Unit's second album, and Jay-Z Linkin Park Collision Course for less than $10. All 3 of them. Brand new. So that's how I got Killer. But I remember listening to Killer and not really caring for much of it.
Yeah.
I have an appreciation for more of the songs nowadays. But I can definitely see
it's still not a solid album, especially not a double album.
No. But then KOD came out.
Yes, KOD. Now, there's a couple of songs in there that I don't really care for, but most of it is very good.
Horns can
go. I actually like Horns. I'm a huge Prozac fan, though.
I like Prozac. I didn't care. Well, maybe I need to give it another listen, though, because I didn't care for King Gordy on his own.
King Gordy is weird. He's a weird one for me. I really like some of his stuff. I really, really like some of his stuff. And then there's some of his stuff that I'm just like, I don't want to fuck with this guy.
Exactly. No. That's my thing too.
and it's either one or the other. He has a lot of stuff that I really like and a lot of stuff that I don't like whatsoever, and I never want to curse my eardrums with it.
Yeah. And well, I mean, we kind of skipped because before KOD was Psychology, which I think was honestly a step up from MLK as far as the collabos albums.
I think the songs on MLK were better, most of them. I think Psychology had more features, and I think it had some good songs.
I mean, if you mean features as in features per song, you might be right there. Yeah. I still think that it ekes out a little bit of a win. I think it's produced better than MLK was.
Maybe MLK was a lot simpler. It was a lot more just like straightforward, like boom bap kind of stuff. Whereas Psychology had a little bit of slicker production, a little bit more involved.
There's more to it.
Yes, absolutely.
So then you had KOD, and then Gates Mixed Plate, which is the first.
Well, and then you had like 50 KOD EPs, which
did not come out until later. Those did not come out until later.
Okay.
It was
Gates Mix Plate.
Gates Mix Plate.
Which OG is a
Then-
banger. I love that song so much. But the rest of the album is kind of...
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't talk shit.
Okay, maybe I need to listen to it again.
You do not talk. No, you do not talk shit.
Put your headphones back
do not
on,
talk
Charlie.
shit. You do not talk shit about the best Tech Nine Collabos album.
No.
Don't you dare.
No, it's MLK.
Don't you dare.
It's MLK.
Don't you? Oh no. Oh no.
Midwest
no.
Choppers, That Box, Gangsta Shap. Come on.
You gave me one good song out of those three,
Oh my God.
of which I could skip two of the verses in it. Okay, I'm doing this now. I've been every time we've been like, oh yeah, this is good on this. This is good on this. I'm doing it right now again. Let me get Tech Nine up here. Let me get Tech Nine, and I'm busting up. Tech Nine Collabos Gates Mix Plate, which is the first Tech Nine album that I pre-ordered. So that was cool. I remember, oh man, this dude sells them in their fucking signs. This is awesome. Also, this was the first. This was at the time whenever I went to my first Tech Nine show, because I remember the girl I was dating at the time. She was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about buying the CD," and I was surprising her with VIP for the Tech Nine concert that was coming. And I said, "You probably shouldn't buy a copy. Like I can let you borrow mine if you want, because this came in the VIP." Okay, OG.
Yes,
F You
great
Baby
song.
is great.
It's okay.
Gamer is good.
It's okay.
Okay. This wins no matter what, and I don't care what you say. Keep it 100.
That's a pretty good song. I like Glasses Malone. I like him a lot. That's a good song.
Keep it 100.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's the thing. At that Tech Nine show that I mentioned, Glasses Malone was on that tour.
Mm-hmm.
Big Scoob was on that tour.
Mm-hmm.
They performed this song in its entirety live,
That's cool.
and it was lit as fuck. Like that was the coolest, because they like during the chorus, they're kind of doing like a back to forward like sway thing, like kind of like those like old like Motown style singers.
Hell yeah.
And just the sight of it was so fucking good. Harvey Dent,
Yes, that's a good song.
so good.
That's a really good song.
KCT is great.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Far Out is
Okay,
good.
that's a really good song.
Paper's good. Loud is
I
good.
don't remember that one.
Need
Loud
More
is good.
Angels.
Yes, that one's good too.
And doing it, ended on a fun track.
I can't remember that song.
Well, you better listen. And
Hold on,
and
I'm
deal
listening
with
right
that.
now.
I will say that the MLK, I love just the track Big Scoop.
Okay,
I love that song.
Okay, Doing It's good. I just listened to a little snippet of it.
Oh,
I remember
there
that
you
song.
go.
Okay,
There
that
you
one's
go.
good. Okay,
You have now learned. You learned yourself.
okay. I would like to apologize to Tech Nine and the Ollie Gates restaurant. Because that is a good album. I'm not going to say that it's better than MLK, but it is a good album.
It's okay.
I stand
I know
corrected.
in my heart that you actually know what's the right one.
I stand
Gates Mix Plate.
corrected.
Anyways.
I think it's better than Psychology.
And anyways, and then all sixes and sevens came out, and that was basically a Collabos album without being called a Collabos album.
Yeah. That's got some good songs on it, but overall it's not as
It
good.
has some fantastic fucking songs, but it's very feature heavy. But it is also
It's good.
was
He's a
meant to be
Mental
his
Giant.
biggest
Oh
album.
man. Yeah, Mental Giant's a great song.
Dude, Worldwide
Stand-
Choppers. Come the fuck on.
Yes. Delusional.
And
The song with Deftones,
Delusional-
If I Could, that song is
dude,
so
If I
good.
Could is so
so good.
Hey, guess what? It's the only song that's Deftones that I like.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not a Deftones fan. I feel bad anytime I listen to Roach Coach and they cover Deftones. I'm like, I just can't get into them. Fuck Food is great. I can't help it. I love that song.
I don't like that song.
Oh, no. And also, two other standouts from that. Love Me Tomorrow. Big Scoop has a fantastic verse in there. And So Lonely. Everything about that track is great.
Yes.
Tech,
That's
Blind
Mackenzie
and,
on the hook.
And Mackenzie.
Yes.
All fucking destroy that track.
How do you feel about Mackenzie?
I think that she has a fantastic voice.
Because I know she gets a lot of hate. A lot of people don't like her, and her position is strange.
I understand where the hate comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I do have her first album, however, I have not listened to it, so I can't give a fair judgment
Okay,
of that.
fair enough.
However, all of her guest appearances that she has done
Mm-hmm.
on Strange albums throughout the years, I think have been very well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the track that she did on, what was it? Was it The Storm? Fuck, I gotta find it real quick because it's going to affect how I. From Strangulation 2, Acting Like You Know.
Oh yes, that's on her first solo. Also,
that song is stellar.
Yeah.
by both.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like, and it kind of is. It's a Mackenzie song featuring Tech
it
Nine.
is,
And it
it's
sounds
great.
like it's if it didn't have Tech on it, it would still be a good song. Like,
Funny story, the album has a version that's just her, and then there's a bonus track at the end that has Tech Nine on it.
wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
Really?
Yeah. The only version I'm aware of is the one that's on Strangulation 2.
Okay.
Which the Strangulation albums.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm thinking of the song One More.
That's
the
what I was
one.
thinking. I was like,
Okay.
I think there's something
Yeah,
else.
no, acting like You Know Me is on the Strangulation. Yeah, and but they're both good songs. But Acting Like You Know Me is really good.
Acting Like You Know is very good.
The
Like,
songs
her
that she's
verses are
done
okay,
with
but man, that chorus is
Prozac
powerful.
are just stunning. I mean, Black Ink, it's great.
Yeah.
The song that she does with Prozac and
what was the first? The first thing she was ever on
KOD?
was KOD.
Yeah, and the song
And
with
she was
3-6
how
Mafia.
young back then?
9. The song with 3-6 Mafia. She's on too. She's on the hook.
Oh, Demons.
Yeah, that's her on the hook.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was her.
Yeah, she talked about that. I listened to an interview with her, and she talked about that. And she was like 9 years old, and she did the
God damn
the hooks for that song. Well, she was trained as a opera singer.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so she knows what the fuck she's
Yeah.
doing.
I have both of her albums, and I will say that I don't care for the style of music really. Super ultra produced pop music. I don't really care for that. But her voice is she's an angel.
Here's the thing here's an issue that I have. Strange is very upfront about what they're able to do nowadays. They've had Strange West Coast, which had, I think, literally only Brother Lynch on it. I don't even think they had Cognito on there. They've had Strange South, which I think only had Young Bleed on there for one album. But then they made, is it literally called Strange Maid?
Strange Maid.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's the pop division. It's just her, as far as I know.
Yes.
Well, they had a group on there, but I don't think they're on there anymore.
Yes, Above Waves.
Yes.
Above Waves have the song Dangerous, which has Tech Nine on it. Incredible. They literally could have been a new Maroon 5. They honestly could have been. They had the potential. And the lead vocalist, I think that's Ryan Bradley.
Oh yeah,
was featured
okay.
on
He's
Tech Nine
got a
songs.
killer voice. I like his features.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's literally on Praise COD, which is from Strangulation 2, I believe.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah, he's been on a couple of Prozac
great.
songs too, and a couple other Tech songs, and yeah, he's good. I don't really know anything about Above Waves, but
Well, Above Waves were signed. They did 3 of those fucking 4-track digital EPs, and that was
that's
it.
it.
They didn't get a full length.
And then they're
This is why
then
I
they're
hate.
below Waves.
This is why I hate the idea of these mini EPs that they do digitally to just throw out a couple tracks to just garner interest, and then by the time the full album comes
You've
out,
already
you only
heard
got
it,
2
yeah.
songs that you've never heard.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
I'm
of
sorry,
that at
I-
all. I don't like that philosophy.
Unfortunately, yes, they don't have support of a major record label to help push it, or radio play. So I understand it to an extent. But come on, there's got to be a better fucking way to do it. And the fact that I remember this was even the funny thing too, and I have it saved because I can look it up on Twitter. Strange had even posted a thing, or Above Waves did, where they were like, blah 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 blah. Check out the tracks from our new the something volume 3, and I'm like, just waiting for the full album, and they said, well, with these 3 put together, you pretty much already have it, and I'm like, okay, but everybody else has a fucking physical album. Where the fuck is yours at, dude?
Yeah.
And then they're gone. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that Strange didn't try and sign. I believe they're called Evelyn Awake, because their lead vocalist is Tyler Lyon.
Okay, I like him too.
And yeah he's great.
Yeah.
The fucking stuff that he did on Prozac's, he was on 2 tracks on Prozac's. The one after Paranormal. Fuck. Can't remember what it's called.
Why can't I?
Before Black Ink.
Why can't I remember either? Oh my god.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that we can't fucking remember the shits?
And I thought I was a real Prozac fan.
Yeah, shame on you. We All Fall Down.
Yes. Yeah, that is a
he was on Just Like Nothing
album.
and Before We Say Goodbye, which Before We Say Goodbye, holy fuck.
Yes.
That song is emotional as shit.
And Just Like Nothing also. That song
both
brings me to tears every time I hear it.
But Tyler Lyon's got an incredible voice. I believe it's Tyler Lyon. He's got an incredible voice. He's been featured on some of Buckshot's stuff.
He's been on a few tech songs
never
too.
Heard it, look it up. I know that he was on tour with Tech. He was part of the Band of Psychos. So I distinctly remember that, and I think I probably also got my picture with them. But it's like, man, I'm surprised that like he didn't try and sign him, and like he's from Kansas City. So, but I think he may actually have something like directly with Strange nowadays. I don't fucking know. I can't pay attention to Strange because I do way too much shit that I unfortunately don't have an interest in.
Yeah, same. They actually just announced
Tech.
yesterday they had a 50% off CD sale, which normally I would jump on that.
$5.
Yeah, that's what it was, $5.
For everything prior to this year. And I was like,
oh shit, I hopped on the website and I'm like, I don't want anything on here.
I think the only thing that I honestly want might have been Ubiquitous's album, because I really like Ubiquitous, but I think also Ubiquitous needs to do more than just rapping over the trap style beats that, he pretty much did in Cess Crew.
Yeah.
Like, I like him. I think he sounds cool.
Yeah.
He sounds like if I was good at rapping.
Yeah. I thought, well, there's like maybe 2 Chris Calico CDs that I don't have that I can pick up. There's...
Okay, which ones?
Go and
Buy it.
And his newest one.
Buy Go.
Yeah.
Do it.
And then there's
I'm not even fucking kidding. It's Chris Calico's best album.
Okay.
And he doesn't even think so. That's the
Yeah.
problem. If I understand that you're concerned about like the poppy stuff, it is his most diverse album he ever did.
Yeah, I'm cool
And the
with
only
that,
reason he doesn't like it as much as he wanted to is because it didn't get the promotion it should have gotten.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
Like
I would definitely say look up the singles. He has some videos for it up on YouTube. Talk Up On It is really good, and Stop the World, which is, guess what, fucking emo as shit.
I feel like I've heard
incredible.
that song.
I highly recommend it. It's very well done. It's a good album. It also has one of the best Strange posse cut type songs, I guess if you want to call it. Like everybody's on it in Orangutan. So good.
Maybe I will. But other than that, there's like 3 Tech EPs that I don't have that I'm like, maybe, I don't know. And then like,
What are the EPs?
Clusterfuck and the one he did with Ross Robinson.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah, that's the
Therapy with Ross Robinson has a couple good songs. Some of it is kind of iffy, but Ill is an incredible song. And Hiccup, which I think has Mayday on. No, Mayday's on another song, but Hiccup is really good, is on there. But Clusterfuck.
I like Ross Robinson, though. I think everything he's touched has been good. Yes. Yeah.
This is true. The Angel Ross Robinson. Clusterfuck, you're better off just buying Mayday, Take Me to Your Leader, because that's included in there. So, 2 birds with 1 stone. And Mayday, Take Me to Your Leader is a very good album. That actually, whenever that came out, what's his face? Travis O'Gwen was, whenever Take Me to Your Leader came out, he was like, Angelic was my favorite Strange release, and now
nice.
this is. So,
yeah,
so
2 birds, 1 stone. Stevie
Sorry,
Stone. I was thinking about getting his albums too, because I don't have any, and I've never really fucked with the solo stuff, but I like all of his features. So I don't know. I was on the fence about that.
Stevie Stone, I think, he's got a unique voice, and when he sings, man, it's
gritty.
It's definitely cool. I definitely enjoyed his first album a lot. And I would say if you're looking for something to like of his to check out, My Remedy is very, very good. It does a good job of showing what his rapping is like, but also his singing,
which I enjoy both.
Yeah, that's a track on his first album. Two Birds, One Stone is not a bad record. That was in 2013, I believe, which coincidentally is the year where I think that, hey, everybody on the label's coming out with an album and they're all pretty damn good, but this is where I grow concerned about oversaturation.
Yeah, and that's about the point where I kind of stopped paying attention to Strange, really, except for the Tech Nine albums, because it just seemed like it was too much. And honestly, now I'm gonna sound old now, but I mean, give me MLK, give me that lineup, give me Tech, Calico, Cut Calhoun, Scatterman, Snugbrim. Give me that lineup. I want that lineup from now to the end of time. Throw in a few other people, but that's the core.
And it's unfortunate because Cut, I think, was stellar on guest spots, but never had an album that I was like, this is my favorite one, like, of this time period.
True.
Like, I remember when Black Gold came out, I hated that album. I really did not like pretty much anything on it. Scatterman and Snug Brim, I think I have both of their albums. I've never listened to them.
They're okay.
So not saying that I don't think that they're not good, because any of the guest spots I've heard I thought were really good.
And that's the thing. I think their guest spots are better, but
I'm very surprised that the track that they had, the one track that they had on Everready's bonus disc,
Run,
which
rock
was
song,
like rock. That wasn't on their second album. I thought it was really weird they didn't put it on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's only on that
the Strange Music Library.
Strange Music Library is what it's called, which is also the only thing that has Kibosh on there.
Kibosh.
Kibosh. Little Pills is so fucking good.
That one, that's a spine tingler for me, and
it's so fucking
and that's
great.
One that, since the day it came out to even now, if me and my wife are driving in the car, that song goes on at least 3 times, cranked all the way up. I mean, it's so good.
That's honestly a track that I was like, man, if I could ever get my band to do it, that'd be super cool. Except I don't know text verse, which is really sad because I've listened to it for so fucking long.
You can't do text verse. I'm sorry. No offense against you, but you can't do text verse, because I don't think anybody can do text verse on that.
Let's find a way to run away from life full of pain and
strife,
and then I'll remember the rest.
Pretty much. Something about a check for child support.
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think my period for Strange is like from probably 2009 through like 2012.
Okay.
I think. Obviously, there's some people who came and left. Like, Brother Lynch Hung was there around that time. And I got to see him after Manibal Lecter came out. Yeah. So I was, I never listened to Lynch before then. So I got to experience that, which that's a fucking crazy trilogy.
I saw him on the Strictly Strange tour, I think he was on. And that was my first experience with Brother Lynch. I had just bought Dinner and a Movie after it came out, well after it came out, but I bought it just before the second one. What's the second one called? Cohanger Strangler. Right before that one came out, I bought Dinner and a Movie, and then I bought Cohanger Strangler, and then I think that's when the Strictly Strange tour was. And that dude was a madman on the stage. He was crazy. I was, a little frightened for my life, to be perfectly honest. And then that Manibal Lecter, Jesus Christ.
That's a dark fucking album. Like,
when I finished listening to that album for the first time, because I love the first two, and I bump them all the time, and that third one, is what a ride. I mean, the beginning of it, it's like, all right, cool. This is, it's more Brother Lynch. It's got that good, tight 7 production. It's good shit. And then the skits are starting to get really weird. And then it just like drops you off at the end and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What? And I was like, kind of lost inside after listening to that. I was questioning reality.
Yeah.
It was weird, man.
It's
very weird.
It's a weird record. Can we just point out, and I know that I gave him props earlier whenever we were discussing like Mikey Clark, but Seven, can we just acknowledge the fact that Seven, I think, is one of the most versatile producers around
Quite
today?
possibly, yeah.
Because I think he can take pretty much anything, any artist, hear what they have done before,
make something new that still sounds like them.
And the first instance where I really heard it, because I was starting to hear like new people, the first instance where I heard it and knew that was Ritz.
Okay.
When Life of Times of Johnny Valiant came out, it sounds like his prior stuff, like his prior mixtape stuff that was not produced by Seven. And Seven produced like all the other shit after that. And it's like, dude, you can do so many of these fucking styles. Like, you are not making things easy for anybody else in the game right now.
No.
Like the fact that like Seven, and I think honestly another time the first real time where that was made clear to me was when he produced Abominations, which to this day still my favorite Twisted album.
It's up there for me. It's not my favorite, but
it almost got overtaken by Continuous Evolutions. Continuous Evolutions is
interesting.
Number 2. Well, if it didn't have the weed song and again was mixed slightly better in certain tracks than
we talked about this before. Who mixed that album was Rob Rebeck, also from Strange. He used to mix everything for Strange. He was like their in-house engineer.
Wait, who mixed? Wait, Rebeck mixed who? Mixed what?
Continuous Evolution, I think.
No. Did he? There's no way.
I think so. Hang on, I'm pulling it up, man.
I'm calling Shannon.
He did a lot. No, he did almost everything for Magic Ninja in 2017. Right, he did a lot of stuff.
What?
Yeah. Because it's not like,
Personnel.
We could just continue to make the podcast longer.
Oh my God, you're right. Rob Rebeck did the mixing on it.
Yeah.
How in the fuck did he do that? But he's so what? You know what? Though?
And he also mixed
Rebeck.
He mixed The Murder. He mixed the ROC's album, Digital Voodoo, which is a great album, but the mix is kind of booty. And digital I don't get it.
Voodoo, more like digital voodoo. Kill me now. I was wondering if it's maybe because most of the muddiness is in the typically rock tracks, and maybe he just doesn't do much of that. Maybe that's why.
The Kibosh.
But even
the Kibosh.
Honestly,
he did that. He produced and mixed the Kibosh. So he does the.
But then meanwhile, the fucking. I Got These Feelings. There's parts of that I honestly have trouble hearing the vocals.
And that's my favorite song on there.
It's so fucking good.
It is so fucking good.
When they went on tour for that album and they performed it live, nobody was jumping higher than me. Like,
but you know what sucks about that song, though? If you skip to that song on the CD,
it's too short.
Because there's no intro. The intro is on the back of the previous song. And that's how the whole album is. And that's how the Digital Voodoo album is. And that's how...
Wait, is there even an intro into I Got These Feelings? On Black Clouds?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I haven't listened to Black Clouds in a long time. So maybe that's why
probably. And Black Clouds is a good song too, but
yeah, I don't like I don't like whenever skits are tagged at the end of songs leading into the next one.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just that; it's also the instrumental build up for on Digital Voodoo. Yeah. That's the worst.
I hate that. I hate that shit.
Because then when you skip to the song, it's like it goes into the first verse, and it's like, whoa, wait, we're just dropped into this first verse, so it makes every song suffer. It makes every song, if you just listen to it, just the song, it's like, oh, this kind of sucks. It just goes into the verse. But if you listen to it on the album, it flows together and it's like, oh, there's a build up to that and it's good.
And I've talked to Robbie about this, and he does not listen to songs on their own. He will throw on a CD and listen beginning to end.
I respect
when
that.
I get a new album and I rip it to my phone, I will listen to it beginning to end, typically at least a couple times. But then whenever I get to songs that I don't like, I remove them from my phone. Like, I'm sorry, but you're taking up space that
you're voted off the island
by another track that I enjoy more, you know? I went through the process of re-ripping all of my underground music. Well, at least all of my Psychopathic, my Strange, Joker, and Buckshot and Kung Fu Vampire stuff. I spent a couple weeks doing that shit, and it took a lot of fucking time. I have not deleted anything that I put back on my phone, but obviously I'm going to. There's doubles on there. I have $85 an hour on there 17 goddamn times. But there's going to be obviously songs that I didn't care for, and I'm going to probably remove them. But I'm also going to come across songs that, man, I haven't listened to these in fucking forever. Doing my listens for the Axe Murder Boys episode that is we're going to be recording. There's tracks on there that I haven't heard in, no joke, probably a decade, which is crazy to me.
It's fun to revisit
do I necessarily
those.
think that they're good? Not necessarily, but maybe I have a different understanding of them now.
Yeah.
But man, I can't just keep an entire goddamn album because I skip. I have my thing on shuffle. I'll be in the car driving and I'll skip fucking 30 songs before I have a song come on because, it's not what I want to hear.
That's why I don't shuffle in the car, because I end up doing that. I almost exclusively listen to just CDs in the car, and I'll just put in a CD and I'll listen to it, and I might skip a couple of songs. But when I'm at,
I can't do that anymore. I don't put CDs in the car.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
I used to back whenever my prior car did not have like auxiliary cord or Bluetooth or something. I used to burn CDs.
Yeah,
man.
so did I.
Burn copies of the CDs.
I still have a book
that,
full of burned CDs of mixes and stuff. Yeah.
Like I bought fucking like straight up. I remember the one year like, oh, I have Ritz's album. Ritz's new album just came out. Okay, I need to burn a copy of that so I can have it in the car. I have to. I have like 10 copies of 2013 Strange Music Sampler. Well, I could spare that. I'll pop that in there. Oh man, the new Twisted album came out. All right, I got to burn a copy of that and throw that on there. Oh man, I'm gonna be going to this concert that's got Twisted and Blaze. I need to make a mix strictly of songs for them that's from the last couple of years with the stuff that I'm probably gonna hear or whatever. Man, I did that all the fucking time. Nowadays, nope. I have my music. I don't listen to the fucking radio. I'm putting on my goddamn phone. I'll listen to the same song 17 goddamn times. I listened to the song Only by Jelly Roll 5 times during my ride from to and from Walmart today because I just really like that fucking song. And I don't care. I was in the car by myself. Yeah. I'll fucking do it. I'll go on TikTok. I'll go on TikTok Live, and I'll just be singing in the fucking car, and people can watch me fucking sing terribly, and I'll just skip the songs and be like, oh, nope, I don't want to hear this one right now. Skip. You'll be hearing me skip songs for the next 45 seconds because it's not what I want to fucking hear.
And that is why I don't shuffle in the car, because I do that. I do that. I will literally be sitting there with my eyes on my Zoom, like, no, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one. That one's cool, but I don't feel like listening to that right now. And
that's exactly what it is.
I don't do that. I do it at work. And what happens at work is I make a playlist, and I have to make like at least an 8-hour playlist. And normally what I do is I just like make like a giant playlist that's like 500, 800 songs. And I'll just put it on shuffle, and I'll just go with that for the whole week, unless I feel like changing it and doing something different. Because I listen from the time I get there to the time I leave, so like 9 hours, with podcasts in between. But so at least 4 to 6 hours of music every single day, and it's just on shuffle. Every once in a while, I might put on a new if it's a new album, like I'll play the whole thing through. But it's usually just a shuffle, and so it's just all over the fucking place. And I do that because I'm out on a warehouse floor. I'm working. I got gloves on. I don't have time to, or a chance to put up the next album or to skip a track or whatever. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, it's got to be a solid mix, and it's got to be something I could just let it go because I'm gonna be hands free. But so then the car is my opportunity to put in a CD. Like, you know, like new CDs are usually every week are grab like 5 CDs, and usually 2 of them are like, you know, new CDs. And then I usually just go on my shelf. I'm like, I haven't heard that in a long time. Let's pop that in. Or, yeah, I really want that one. And then, so I have like, you know, 3 or 4 old albums that I probably haven't heard in a long time. Maybe one go-to that I listen to way too often. And then some new stuff. And I just pop those in, and that's my driving music. I can't skip around, though. It's too distracting.
Makes sense.
And that was a long... Yeah,
To
that
each their
was
own.
way too long spent on that. Welcome to Mike's Rambling with Jeremy.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, that's what we've been doing we're going
Good
on
Lord.
almost 3 hours. So holy shit, I can't believe that. But you know
Yeah.
what? I've enjoyed this. But before, I not that I want to wrap
You
it up,
kind of have to.
but I know that this is going to be fun as
Yeah.
fuck for me to edit. But I do want to definitely talk about the one final topic that
Okay.
we'll do this time, because definitely I'd love to have you on again for a future episode, because I'm having
So
a lot
I
of
can
fucking
tell you
fun.
what the 5 best Hallowicked songs are.
Again, it's every Hallowicked over and over and over
Fight
again.
you. I will
You're welcome,
fight you.
We are going to do a top 5 list where basically we just came up with a topic and we're going to give our top 5 of blank. And if I have other guests on here, this might be a thing, because I'm very curious to hear these kinds of answers. So for this topic, there was a couple different ones that we were considering doing, and I was like, hey, let's just stick with one
That's
of them
probably a
because
good
I need
idea.
some time. Work was rough this week.
And not like we needed
And
filler.
so the one that we decided on is we're doing the top 5, our top 5 posse cuts from Psychopathic. Now, typically a posse cut is a rap track that's got, most of the time, 4 or more people. I don't know how you interpreted this. For me personally, I did not choose any songs that were just like anything that's literally an ICP and Twisted could be considered a posse cut, and I think that's a little too easy.
Yeah, because it's just
So
two.
I
It's
had
just
to
2
have at
groups
least
together.
like 5 people on mine.
2 small groups together, so that doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I did not go with anything that was Psychopathic Riders. I did not go with anything that was Dark Lotus. Those
Right,
are
that
super
is a
groups.
group.
They
Right.
got full albums of that. So I went with tracks that were, you know, it's this person featuring a bunch of people, or this group featuring, you know, a handful of other people.
Yep.
That's what I went with. So
I
don't
went
know if you
anything
did as
that was
well.
at least 5
so-
MCs. 5 MCs
sounds about right.
doing
That
verses,
sounds fair.
and it's not Dark Lotus, Psychopathic Riders, or anything like that. And I did it off the top of my head. Without doing any digging around or looking at anything. And I was gonna today. I put the list together last night off the top of my dome, and I was gonna go back in before I got online with you here and look through and see if I forgot anything, but I didn't. So this should be interesting because it's just literally 5 that I just thought of.
I did a little bit of looking as
Okay.
well. Or rather, I tried to, but I have a feeling I'm gonna miss something. and be like,
Probably.
Fuck, why
I
did
know
forget
I
that?"
missed a bunch.
Now are we? My stuff. I don't know if you did. This is strictly from Psychopathic Records. I
Yes.
did not choose
Yes.
anything from Magic Ninja, which honestly, some of them were like, man, fuck, that's from a Magic Ninja album. I can't do that.
Like the entire
so-
Year of the Sword album.
Oh my god, that fucking album's so goddamn good.
Yes.
So fucking
Yes.
good. How about we'll just trade off
Okay.
going down a list. So
Okay.
so esteemed guest, HomieJigglz, what is your first one for your top 5 Psychopathic posse cuts?
Yeah. My number 5 is Monster Squad.
That is from Big Hoodoo's Asylum, correct?
It is. And if I remember correctly, it's Big Hoodoo featuring ICP and Axe Murder Boys.
I also believe that DJ Paul is on that as well.
Yes, he is. Yes, and his
Give
verse
me
kicks ass. Yes, I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, and it might
shame
not.
on you.
Yeah, I know. It
Shame on you.
Bones Dub may not be on it, but I know that Young Wicked is.
I don't think the Bones Dub is. Give me one moment, and I will double
But
check
yeah,
that for you.
DJ Paul.
Asylum, the album that I listened to like twice.
Right. I actually revisited it a while ago, and there's a couple of really good songs on there.
Oh, so it features Insane Clown Posse, DJ Paul, ABK, and Axe Murder Boys.
Yeah, see, I haven't listened to it in a long time, but I remember it was badass. It's a sleeper on that album because the album is a sleeper.
Yeah, it really is. So in a backwards kind of way, it's one of the very, very rare tracks that have the have-nots.
Yes, it is.
in their entirety.
Yeah.
Since there was only, I think only
one
official tracks that had all three members. For
Yeah.
fuck's sake. That was fucking crazy. But yeah, you know what? I was honestly thinking about that song earlier, but I haven't listened to it in forever, so I honestly could not put it
I haven't listened to it in a long time either, but I just remember that the last time I listened to the album, I was like, holy fuck. This song is badass.
I'm gonna preface mine. The first four of these are not in any particular order. These are just songs that really like stood out to me. So I don't
worked
know if
hard
can
on
rate
this,
them
man.
because some of them I think the integrity. Okay,
Jeez.
I'll change. Okay, I'll actually put these in an order.
Okay.
My first one, I'm gonna go with Climbing
Okay.
from Colton Grundy.
Okay.
I think it was placed perfectly on the album of being the final track. It has the big like psychopathic ending feel, which is funny because it's not a wholly long song.
No.
It's a little over 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
But everybody comes in there and does what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
You've
it's
got
a solid
Blaze,
track. Yeah.
It features Blaze, Violent J has a verse, Isham has a verse, Monoxide and Jamie Madrox do, and I think Shanky Tutup has some vocals in the chorus.
He doesn't have a verse. Blaze actually does two verses.
That's right. Blaze does do two verses. And the fact that no ABK on there, very interesting.
Weird.
I really kind of wish he would have gotten on there. Maybe that's why Blaze did two verses.
Could be.
Couldn't have had Breed on there. What the fuck?
Yeah, right. I thought about that song, but I didn't put it on there only because I don't have a lot of experience listening to that song because as I said before, how I listen to music at work is just on a giant shuffle. So if there's a song that has like a big chunk of silence followed by a bonus track,
big gap,
I will not put it on there because I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to have to suffer through that silence or have to be like, oh shit, I got to skip the track. And I'm like, busy doing something that I can't. So those don't go on my mix. So I haven't heard that song a whole lot of times.
Buddy, hold on.
Okay.
You have the physical copy of this album.
I do.
Okay. What do you use to rip your music?
Okay, see, I've already taken care of the problem now.
You have now.
But I didn't.
So you know to cut.
Yes.
You know to cut where the end is. Okay.
And
that's what I do.
I've been going back. I've been going back and doing that to all the songs that, or like it's two songs on one track, or split them. Yeah, or take off the
which means Beverly Hills is a bitch for you, huh?
I actually did that a long time ago to all three of the side shows, and I split them up. But I actually have them sitting on my desk now because I have to redo it because I can do it at 320 now, and I couldn't before, and it was just, I don't know, it was just they're messy.
Hey, at least you're doing that. And meanwhile, I'm ripping it in fucking lossless and eating up all the goddamn space on my cards. So don't do it. All right. So yeah, no, Climbing I think is a great song.
Pick.
And the fact that there's honestly not many posse cuts that are from Blaze. I mean, we have Hatchet Execution.
Given Half the Chance, but that's a Dark Lotus song.
I think
it was from the sessions for Dark Lotus because he mentioned that during an interview. He said that was a song that Twisted already had from some earlier sessions, and they said you can put this on your album. You haven't heard that?
Shit, no. And this is the shit. This is why you're here. You are the Mikey Clark.
That was just recently. That was what interview was that? Was that the Fago Lovers interview or?
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I fucking... Or was it the Replicon Radio one?
No, it might have been Replicon. It was one of the other. They came out like within a week of each other, and I don't remember.
Yeah. Those were good, though.
Yeah,
I really liked hearing that.
There was so much shit in there.
The fact that he basically stole the beat for Thug for Life.
Yes.
And that's like my favorite track on the fucking
Yeah.
album. So goddamn good.
Yeah, that I wish Drive By sounded like that.
That is the drive-by.
Yeah, absolutely. That and
But wait,
Food
real quick, before we move on, have you listened to any of the other drive-by EPs that came out?
Okay, so just recently I got Run These Streets, and that's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
It's not bad.
Right. Okay. Back on the Block.
Back on the Block.
Was that the first EP they did? I ripped that a long time ago, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Dude, that one's so good. I love that one.
That
I
one's
love
good.
that one. The one that came out a couple years back kind of...
I listened to that one time, and it was like, it was like, okay. So, yeah, that's my experience with Drive By.
But Back on the Block I thought was really fucking good.
I liked it.
And I was like, this is leagues. Maybe it's because I was like, man, Pony Down was so fucking bad. This is just a major upgrade.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about Pony
yeah,
Down before,
gotta,
but yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, if you're listening to it in a car with a very good subwoofer, it's a great album.
Right. All right, man. What's your number 4?
Number 4, I'm going to take it way back. Way back.
Uh-oh.
This is probably the second posse cut. I mean, if we're going with, 5 or more people.
Ooh, I think I already know what you're going to say.
The second one
Go ahead.
that was ever done by Psychopathic, Hound Dogs.
Oh, I was actually wrong. Wow. Okay.
And
just barely eking out that by having Blaze tacked onto there.
right. Well, it's a posse cut. It's 5 people, and that's a good damn song.
Fair.
And
it's within our parameters.
Yeah. And I mean, and that one, I mean, that's just a classic jam. I mean, that came out. Well, it came out a little bit before I started listening, but yeah, I mean, it was right there. So that was like one of my first, albums was.
It's just a Dark Lotus track.
They mentioned Dark Lotus in it, but it's not technically.
They yelled Dark Lotus fam in the background.
It's not technically a Dark Lotus song. It counts. And it's got those great skits in there too. Hey, dead homie. Jenny.
Matt Drox doing the Jenny voice is so iconic.
It's
and
great.
so like nowadays, I don't think I could hear him do it because it would be probably in poor taste. But man, they're still so fucking funny.
It's good stuff.
They're so good.
All of his voices from back then, like from the Juggalo show and stuff. So good. Grim Tim.
Oh my god, him in Amazing Maze.
Yes.
So fucking good. Him and Legs doing the
I'm Jimbo Jism.
The hosts. They're so good.
Those are the days.
No, Hound Dogs is a good. So here's the thing: if that's the second posse cut, then what's the first one? Because I think I know
Cleaver.
what it is, but
The Meat
Sorry?
Cleaver.
no.
If we're saying five
That wouldn't be
or
the first
more
one.
members, 5 or more MCs.
Hold on. I'm gonna argue this. I'm gonna argue this, and I think I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna figure this out. I got you beat. Taste.
But that's not Psychopathic Artists.
It's a nice. It's on Psychopathic Records.
I thought the definition of a posse cut that we were using was a song of psychopathic artists.
I mean, if we wanted to go strictly with family tracks, maybe, but I mean, they might as well have all been psychopathic.
Yeah, they might as well have been. But
yeah, ICP, Jump Steady, Capital E, Nate the Mac, and Isham, 6 people. I mean, theoretically, if you, because I honestly had considered this, if you wanted to put fucking, I Shot a Hater, it's ICP Twisted and 3-6 Mafia. I wouldn't have argued with that one.
Or if you would have done Just Another Crazy Click, or
that's a 3-6 Mafia song. It is on their album first.
Okay.
So that I would argue.
What about the one on Freak Show with 3-6 Mafia and
Maniac Killer?
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I would have put that on there, but I didn't think that would count because it's not 5 psychopathic artists. Maybe I misconstrued what you said.
No. You know what? Okay.
Although DJ Paul ended up signing to Psychopathic, so does that count? No.
So you know what? I hate the fact that I didn't. I'm changing my next pick now. Actually.
Oh, I just
So
fucked it all
my
up.
original pick. You did. You fucked it all up.
Damn
You
it.
fucked it all up. My original pick was If We Were a Gang.
Okay.
I thought that, it. They call it one of the cipher ones. It's not.
No,
It's not.
it's not a cipher. It's a song.
It's fucking
just a
written
long
shit.
song.
It's a big ass song, but it's everybody who was on the label. And that was kind of a left field one, but I think out of the ones that they were considering ciphers, I think that's the best one. Maybe Eight Ways to Die is a little bit better.
I would beg to differ. I think 8 Ways to Die and the Juggalo Love Cipher are both better than If We Were a Gang. But If We Were a Gang is pretty good.
I literally just listened to If We Were a Gang yesterday. It just came up on YouTube as I was listening. I was like, no, this track's great. But you know what? No, because I totally fucking forgot about Where It's Going Down. That is taking the spot. It's so fucking good, and everybody has killer verses.
Okay,
on
well
there.
that might have been my number one if I
and
didn't fuck it up, or you didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, it's we both. You know what? We both will take blame in equal parts of fucking.
Well, I'm glad you put it on your list. It's on somebody's list because it's a damn good song.
It's on. You can have it as an honorable mention.
Okay.
It's okay. Nobody will judge you for that, so it's okay.
Not even Mike from Juggalo Judgment will judge
track.
me. You know what's really funny? Me and you chat on Instagram quite often, and
yes,
my wife was giving me shit one day. She's like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Oh, Mike from Juggalo Judgment," and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then like she had another day, like some other time later, she's like, "Oh, you talking to Mike from Juggalo Judgment?" And I said, "Yeah, actually, I am." And then my kids got on it, and they're like, now every time my phone is in my hand, they're like, "Oh, you talking to Mike from Juggalo Judgment?"
It's okay. I'll do this. I'll do the same thing. Like because I talk, as far as on Instagram, I talk to only a handful of people fairly regularly, and it's you and Robbie, and I'll mention like, oh yeah, I talked to Robbie from Twisted History. It's like it's just he's Robbie.
Yeah.
He's Robbie. Like I talk to him so freaking much, and I'm so thankful that me doing this podcast has allowed me to talk to some really fucking cool people. You included. It's so cool because had I not been doing this, I may not interact with any of these fucking weirdos or whatever. But this has been a blessing.
And I'm one of those annoying people. I'm one of those annoying people that thinks that everybody that does a podcast that I listen to is my friend.
No, I would consider you a friend. If you had decided to take a trip over to Pittsburgh, I'd say, well, why the fuck did you do that? And also, let's go to a good.
Well, I didn't come to Philly for the brisket.
Oh no, we're not going to Philly. What the fuck are you talking about? We're on the good side of the state.
It's just a thing from. You ever see that show Boardwalk Empire, HBO? Oh man,
no,
you
I've
should
not.
watch that. You said you were going to get HBO, right?
Eventually,
Boardwalk
I will
Empire.
get HBO Max. I will probably honestly get it before next weekend because
Mortal Kombat
comes out. And
okay, you need to watch Boardwalk Empire. It's a period piece from the 20s, Atlantic City. It's like Prohibition. Steve Buscemi is the lead role. Yeah,
I've heard about it, but I have not actually looked into it.
Just watch it.
There's so much stuff I got to get caught up on. It's bad enough I just got Paramount Plus, and now we're watching fucking Ink Master.
Yeah, but do yourself a favor and watch Boardwalk Empire. It's 5 seasons, I think, but they're all pretty short seasons. They're like 10 episodes, I think. It's an HBO show. I mean, come on, dude.
I mean, I've never had
you're
HBO,
missing out.
So I don't know. I've never watched Game of Thrones, so
yeah,
man,
you're gonna have to
missing out on a
watch
lot of shit,
Boardwalk
apparently.
Empire, Game of Thrones, True Blood.
Was
no,
Sparta
that was
on there
Stars.
too?
That one wasn't as good. I didn't like that one.
Stars.
Anyways, yeah, HBO, lots of stuff.
Okay. So back to you for number 3.
I chose the Juggalo Love Cipher. I just think everybody laid down a solid verse.
No,
I mean,
especially
the video. I mean, with Legs Diamond and what's his name, Kevin Gill in the at the commentator booth,
right?
Or no, Legs Diamond was out in there. He was the ring announcer, and then he's
the
and so it's got him,
person.
him doing his ringmaster voice, And then just the whole video, it's so hype. They're in a boxing ring. Yeah. Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
totally.
iconic.
And yeah. And then Violent J actually, I mean, he has a good solid verse. Shaggy had a great verse. Light was good. Big Hoodoo was okay. And then that was the first Ouija appearance. And at first I didn't know what to think. And I was just like, what is this? This is weird. But after listening to Gutter Water, then going back and watching that cipher again, I got it. I was like, okay, this dude is lighting the microphone on fire on this verse. I mean, he's just like fucking rapid fire, just crazy shit. And they changed the beat for that particular part of the song. But it's fine. I mean, and actually it kind of works because it's showcasing him, and it's like, cause it's a posse cut. It's a cipher. It's like meant to showcase everybody in their kind of in their natural environment, So
I need to give that song another shot because I haven't listened to it in quite a long time. I think the thing that bothered me the
ABK
most
wasn't
was
there.
The fact that
I know.
Yeah, because
he had
late,
van problems or something. He was stuck in another city and he couldn't get there. And they're like, well, if you can't get here, then you're not on the cipher. And
but then the problem was he got there. Yeah. He got there and they were so like, well, you were late.
Yeah,
it's like are you fucking where's the family love? Like, I'm sorry. It seems like everything that ABK has done ever since Medicine Bag has kind of just been like, well, whatever. And that's not me saying like, oh, well, fuck you. I feel like that's been Psychopathic's.
Yeah, I agree.
Towards him. We got the Perfection Collection in 2013. Which was a respectable greatest hits, to be completely honest. I think that there's a lot of good tracks that showcase what ABK is about on there. But man, the fact that it's taken ages for Shapeshifter, because Shapeshifter was pretty much done, but the fact that Young Wicked's the one who worked on it, and they were like, okay, well, you have to get different production or change stuff, and he's like, no, it's done. And he can't.
Well,
just
I
put
think
it out.
It started before that. He was working with somebody else before Young Wicked, and then they had to scrap that one, I think.
What?
Yeah,
that's just disappointing. Then, it's
it
clearly the album that's never supposed to come out. It's just supposed to have a prelude, and that's it.
Right, but it went through 2 or 3 producers' hands.
Okay,
and it was just the Psychopathic Records revolving door, and but he said he has the whole album, and he's just been sitting on it. Which I don't know why he wouldn't just release it himself. I mean. Or have Magic Ninja put it out. I mean, they would gladly do it.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's weird now because, he's obviously doing ESN with Magic Ninja, but he's not signed to Magic Ninja. He's just doing the project for it. Like, for a long time, ABK was like, oh, I'm kind of a ghost. I can kind of drift from, doing something for Psychopathic and also just putting stuff out on Native World.
Until he can't.
But his Native World stuff does not get the same like love and attention that if he was on a bigger label.
Right.
Meanwhile, props to him. I don't know if you bought the Sawed Off EP that he released last year.
I sure as fuck did.
How fucking good is it?
It's really good. And the fact that it came in a cardboard sleeve with a janky ass picture glued to the front of it.
It's bootleg as fuck. It's bootleg as fuck, but man.
When I opened that thing, kidding. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, I can't
I love
believe
it, man. I love it.
But the best Riders projects that were ever released were ones that were not Psychopathic Riders. Because Sawed Off's EP and the Riders album last year were top tier.
Yeah.
And guess what? Bullet and Full Clip were not on either of them. So let's just let that stand.
Yeah.
All right. Looking down at my number 3 was
we're still doing
recently
this?
covered on the show, and that's Thug Pit.
Okay.
Well, Halloween 2003.
See, I didn't even look at that because I wasn't thinking of Outside Psychopathic.
I'm sorry, I ruined it for you.
Well,
ICP,
I
Bone
ruined
Thugs
it.
and Harmony.
Yeah.
ICP, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Cottonmouth Kings, Tech 9, and Esham. You got 8 fucking people on there. I think 8, between 8 and 10, honestly, depending on how many members of KMK and Bone Thugs were on there.
I think it's only Busy and Lazy, and then I think there was somebody from Mo Thugs, I think.
Oh God, I don't even fucking know.
I'm not 100% sure.
God
but
damn it.
But I think all 3 Cottonmouth Kings were on there.
Yes, because X is definitely on the hook.
X Daddy, call me Daddy
X does my like favorite fucking line.
Yeah.
I ain't got $1 million, bitch. I'm fucking broke.
Yeah.
I love that fucking line.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But Thug Pit,
yeah,
that's the
that's
original
a good one.
version, not the re-release that was put on Forgotten Freshness 4.
Right,
Despite it
that
having
one.
an extended Esham verse and the reworked one, the original version has a
but the
much
original
better
is-
instrumental.
Yes. Absolutely.
And Esham's verse comes off as much more brutal because of it.
Right.
Yeah. Also, that actually works against me with Tech Nine's verse because the instrumental changes whenever he does his verse.
Yeah.
I don't think that was on him. I don't think that was him saying to do it, but they did obviously want to do something a little bit different with it.
But
and the
works.
instrumental does
It
change
works.
during the hook.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's like 2 or 3 main like instrumental parts, and it kind of goes
Yes.
back and forth down different parts of the song. So I think it works having it change for
it's-
Tech Nine's verse, and
it's
it also
dynamic.
it's like, you know, oh, you go through the song, it's this, and this, and all of a sudden, boom, there's Tech, and you're like, oh shit, it's Tech Nine. Yeah,
Fuck with KMK, ICP, bones and celebrating for Sam Hain.
right. See,
He
that's
does,
when
he
he
does a fucking great verse.
That's
in
when
there,
he
but
was
yeah,
hungry.
That track,
He
that's
was
one of the
hungry.
that was one of the early tracks that I first heard from ICP. Like whenever I was starting to, rip stuff on LimeWire and shit, and I was like, man, this track is cool. And then when I got Forgotten Freshness 4, and I was like, whoa, it's on there, and I was like, wait, why is this instrumental weird? And I just dealt with that.
Yeah.
But then I was super excited whenever the 20th anniversary Hollow Wicked came out, and they put the original version on there. Fucking great. So yeah, that hits number 3 for me.
Okay. If not for our misconstrued parameters here, that probably would have hit my list as well.
We'll figure this out for the next top 5. For the Hollow Wicked ones, it's only Hollow Wicked tracks from 2001, and then we're okay. You get one that's from 2003. So what's your number 2, my dude?
Number 2 is Ninjas in Action.
I mean, what more can be said?
They're ninjas and they're doing shit.
They're in action.
They're in action. They have like the karate chop button on their back. You know,
what is it that the what is it the sample that they have in there that's like so goddamn good?
At the beginning, the intro?
The entire fucking instrumental.
Oh, it's Chips. The theme song
Chips,
from
that's what it
Chips.
is.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
They take this. Man, that track, nobody has a bad verse.
No.
Not one.
No.
Not one.
And even though Monoxide only has one verse, for some weird reason, but his verse is fucking fire. And I think it's a little longer than everybody else's too.
So here's the thing. It's not.
Okay.
But this is the
feels
cool
like
thing
it, I
that they
don't
do
know.
with it. And I think we acknowledged this on the episode. His verse is not longer. But the cool thing is when his verse starts, the instrumental dies down and then it doesn't kick back in until midway through his verse.
Right.
So the 2 different keys that the instrumental is in alternate compared to the original verses that were done. So where Jump Steady had that high pitched ba 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 da ba.
Okay, I get you.
When his second verse comes around, it's the opposite side.
Right.
And so everybody gets to do both of them, which is really cool whenever the dynamic switches depending on, what their verse is doing.
Yeah.
Because Violent J is doing the lower instrumental on
Right.
his second verse, and then it kind of
He's on a school bus full of screaming kids going 90 plus.
Kids stay big. It comes in heavy. So it's weird that Monoxide only has the one verse, but the way that they work it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the only thing I
that's-
don't like about that track
a great
is
song.
Legs Diamond. for some reason. I
It's
don't know
weird.
what it
I don't.
was. It
He's
sounded
in
like he did his
falsetto.
verse.
I don't.
It sounds
it's
like he
weird.
did his verse over the phone, and they took the recording that was on the cassette in the answering machine.
He was in jail, and it's like X-rated.
I don't know what the fuck he says.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know, and it's impossible to find the actual lyrics. I wish
Yeah.
that I wish that the Hatchet Herald was still hey, asking questions for
Right.
for shit. Like, hey, can you give me the lyrics to your verse for Ninjas in Action, because I need him.
And then Legs Diamond would say, "Fuck you, Psychopathic put out a bad solo album of mine. I don't want to talk about it ever again."
No, Legs Diamond, you put out a bad solo record. You clearly had the most to do with this. The fuck is your problem, you lying ass motherfucker of, oh, I have perfect pitch. No, the fuck you don't. Sorry,
Okay,
that hurts.
what's your number 2?
My number 2 is...
Oh, wait. Can we stop?
Go ahead.
Since we were talking about ninjas in action, I bought a new vacuum. I bought a new vacuum cleaner, and it's made by a company called Shark Ninja. And I thought, holy shit, is that a movie? And if it's not, can it be?
Yo, Hollywood, throw money at this man. He is giving you ideas.
Shark Ninjas in action.
Excuse me, Sci-Fi Channel. I think you have the next movie, the next big hit.
Right.
Sharknado what? Fuck
exactly.
you, Shark Ninja.
And I want Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Is he the shark?
No, he's the ninja that turns into a shark. It's like Ninja Turtles. It's mutagen. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's Street Sharks then.
Street Sharks. Perfect.
Well, fuck. Number 2.
Okay, somebody beat us to the punch. What's your number 2?
Number 2 is the final track from Let 'Em Bleed Volume 3, and that's Kept Grinding.
Yes, that was my honorable mention. That was on the list, and it got cut at the last minute.
I think that album, while it doesn't necessarily have the best, it may not have the best like delivery. I think that like Shaggy Two Dope, I hate the fucking delivery of his verse.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this was at a period of time where Shaggy Two Dope was not doing great delivery on all of his verses. See Psychopathic Riders Duck the Fuck Down, the entire album. He basically like said what he needed to, and that was it. But everybody else, I think for people who maybe weren't as familiar with some of these artists, they do a pretty decent job of running down what they were about.
Yeah.
And what they had to do to get to that spot. I think that pairing them up with their respective people. Obviously, ICP did the first verses, Twisted to theirs. You have Blaze and ABK,
and it's chronological. It's ICP, then Twisted, then Blaze and ABK, then Axe and Murder Boys, then DJ Clay and Boondocks. Or maybe it's Boondocks and then
Clay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's all in order. And
yeah, and hey, it's a 10-minute long song, so you're in there for the long haul.
Yeah,
but man, it's
got a cool
good.
beat.
I think that the instrumental is very smooth. It's not overproduced. But obviously
right.
like the chorus has a little bit more to it. It's a very chill song, and obviously it's something that they took a lot of care to write their verses to, because it's something that was very important to them. It's a very important song, I think, in Psychopathic's history, especially because it's the only track from A Let 'Em Bleed that has a music video. So
that's right.
Whether they intended for that to be the case, when they were making it, I'm not sure. The video is very, very minimalistic, but still very cool in its own way. But yeah, I think it's a very strong track for Psychopathic. The family songs can be hit or miss. Like I was almost considering putting the song Hatchet Man from Psychopathic Smash Bass 3 on there.
But that one
doesn't.
It's a less good version of this one.
Yes, and that's the thing. I think that this
it gets kind of boring. It feels like it's too long. This one is long, but it doesn't feel like it's as long because it's interesting.
I'll go with that. I'll agree with you there. So yeah, I think that Kept Grinding was a very fun way to end Let 'Em Bleed 3, which Let 'Em Bleed 3, I think, It may still be, but I know for a very long time that was my favorite of the Let 'Em Bleeds. I think that was a very consistent one, so it had a fantastic way to end that record.
Yeah, hey, that one has Axe Murder Boys on it. It has Tech 9 on it.
In a forgettable verse, in my opinion. There's times where I honestly forget the Tech's not on there. Or Tech is on there.
Yeah. It's a Tech verse. He came in and did what Tech 9 does. So
he did.
Yeah.
DJ Clay was like, "Here's 10 grand. Please do this for me."
And then DJ Clay follows it up with a okay.
Yeah.
It would have worked on it's like, oh, it's DJ Clay. If Tech 9 wasn't on the song, then it would be like, hey, DJ Clay made a pretty cool song. But since he has to follow Tech, it's like, sorry, man, I'm going to the next song.
Sorry, DJ Clay, you got outclassed on yours, but hey, man, your verse on I'ma Get Mine was pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That track is so fucking good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one's gotten played so fucking much. So now
Now.
The big boom ba, the fucking the pew 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 from you. Your number one posse cut from Psychopathic Records is
I Got 5 on it. Yeah.
I nearly put it on here. I nearly did.
I don't know why you didn't.
Because I wasn't sure if it was fair since it was a cover. So I'm not, and I'm not mad that you did because it's a fucking great song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I mean,
hey wait, that doesn't even count. Lavelle wasn't on Psychopathic Records.
But he kind of was. I mean, he was all over that.
Never had a contract.
No, but he was all over that album.
He really was that.
I mean, not just production, but I mean, background voices, skits. I mean, he was everywhere that entire year.
You ain't gonna tell nobody. You ain't gonna tell. I'll kill you, man.
Hey, did you hear from Lavelle? Something about
Lavelle.
he's gonna kill Mom? I don't know. Call me back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I got 5 on it, huh?
5 on it, absolutely. I mean, that song, it just does so much. I mean, it's a great reimagining of a great song. The beat is recreated beautifully. It
is almost perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's great. And I mean, it opens with, does it open with Lavelle? Yes. And
so you got 5 on my tender.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yep.
And then Isham. Shit. Isham's verse is
5 on my feet. And best believe it.
Yeah.
More corners than you thought. So something right is but
Yeah.
oh God. Shit.
Yeah. We from Oakland.
So good.
I mean, Detroit or something like that. And then Monoxide, he lays down.
Were you from Oakland? I mean, Detroit smoking.
Right. And then, and that fucking chorus. I can't think off the top of my head who's singing it, but damn, that's great stuff.
The chorus, I believe, is Blaze. That's totally the Blaze singing voice from that time.
Yeah, it is totally. Yeah, absolutely. And then Blaze's verse. Oh my God. And he does E40's verse, right?
He does E40's verse, which is
and he nails it. Yeah.
When he makes it happen.
And then, yeah. Ugh. And then you get Madrox. Nails it. And then, and then the third verse kind of falls off a little bit. I think it's a little lower quality than the first 2 verses,
which is ICP
with ABK, and all 3 of them. It's like a little bit, not as good as the other guys.
I think ABK did it fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's sandwiched in there with ICP.
Can we appreciate the Lil Poot shout out? Come on. Lil Poot is in the background.
Oh,
there.
yes. Yes. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Best guest spot on Ride is Lil Poot.
Is it better than Rude Boys?
Ooh, what on What Riders Do?
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? I don't know because that track is so good. The fact that was only on the fucking Pendulum 7 CD is disappointing because that track is so fucking good.
A crime.
What?
Yeah. Riders do
money.
Money.
So good. Man, Rude Boy could kind of sing, and then they came out with the Rudy song, and it was not good.
Yeah, but and that's a Bullet solo song, and it's good.
Mm.
So I don't know. I think Jay does okay on some of the Riders tracks, but not enough.
But man, I got 5 on it. It's we actually, one of the topics that we considered was, maybe, cover / reimaginings.
That was on my list there too.
Yeah, this definitely would have been on there for me.
I was like, oh, this is on 2 lists.
It's so crazy. Like, props to Lunes for letting Psychopathic do that song. Lunes and obviously everybody involved who, they redid their verses. But man, Psychopathic took a great song and they did it justice. They fully did. So I'm very glad that, like I said, honestly, if I would have thought about it differently, that would have definitely been on here. It honestly may have switched out from like climbing and been much higher on my list. But yeah, I totally get why it's your number 1. But my number 1, my number 1's already been talked about. It's fucking Ninjas in Action, dog. It is too goddamn good. It's too hype. It is the
it's hype as fuck. Yeah.
For me, it's the perfect tempo to walk and jam to. I just wish
that the skit intro was attached to that track, and that the intro to Joke Your Mind was not at the end of the track. The track sequencing is my only beef with that song.
And unfortunately, it happens on a lot of Psychopathic albums, and it's even happening on MNE albums. I wish that was a thing. I wish that the skits would just be separate tracks. To be completely honest, I can't fucking stand them.
I mean, if it's a random skit like the ones on Great Malenko, like those are just random skits. They don't have to do with any song. Yeah, put them at the end of a track. That's fine. Put them at the end. If it's not its own track, put it at the end of a track. But if it leads into the next song, that's got to be on that. It's got to be on that track. And you cannot have the lead into the next song at the tail end of the previous song. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I fully agree. That's why, like, if there's certain times where the skits, there's a distinct point between the ending of a song and the beginning of a skit, I have found a way to cut them. But granted, I haven't done that. I didn't do that whenever I was doing all my re-rippings. So yeah, my version of Ninjas in Action has, like, I used to have it cut off at the end of the fucking like Wilhelm scream. But now it doesn't. Now it just plays the whole fucking thing. But that's okay. But no,
Ninjas in Action. It's totally a Wilhelm scream, isn't it?
Ninjas in Action is a fun track. It's not horrorcore. No. It's them. Everybody on there is honestly just rapping their asses off.
Yeah, they're just having fun.
And yeah, it's just a genuinely fun song. I don't think that anybody's verse, I mean, you pointed out Monoxide's verse, which is definitely great, but I don't think that there's anybody who has a bad verse. I think that everybody is definitely like great, and it's almost like maybe they tried to one up each other with their verses, but they're all just so good. Like, it's one of the few times where I'm like, Jump City, you did good.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
you're done good.
Like Jump
and
City,
then you throw
I'm very happy for you.
Sin and Zug Island on the chorus.
Fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, where he's just comparing all these things. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
But Blaze going off, and it's also, interesting because it's, sometimes we have these people on tracks that they've never been on a track with another person on there.
Yeah.
I don't think that we've ever had Blaze and Jump City on another track together.
No.
Unless you consider Prelude back on fucking Death Pop's
I considered putting that on the list only because it has everybody and it's cool as fuck, but it's not really like a fully
to me it's not
song.
A song,
right? It's just a hype intro. But
and let's be real, do you really want to put Cole 187 on this list?
Not really.
Exactly.
Not really. And honestly,
exactly. Which is why we didn't put the song that he was on during the fucking American Psychos tour, whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, where do we go from here?
Yeah. I think that would have been on there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's not a bad song.
The fact that they have never released
it
on anything. Why? On anything. Why? Yeah. Is crazy because it's not a bad song. Yeah. Let's be real. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's better than Get Geeked.
Don't play.
No,
I love Get Geeked.
I thought it was fun the first time I heard it. The first time I heard it, I thought it was fun as hell. But then
it's still fun.
It wore out on me. I don't know. It's just that Jay Giles thing is just
Sorry, but they just need to give me my Down with the Clown centerfold mix, and then I will never ask Psychopathic for another thing in my life. You know what? They're tossing that. That's going to be on Time of Fury. That's a hidden
There
track.
you go. There you go. Yep.
So that's our top 5 list, and surprisingly,
top
we
5
only
list.
had one
song
song
common.
that was the same,
Yeah.
which I think is awesome. You know,
Yeah.
it's obviously it shows we have different tastes, which is cool. Like, I like hearing other people's opinions on the shit, and you know, you're a person that I value your opinion of. So it's
Aw,
really cool that we
shucks.
had that. It's really cool that we had this. You know, Ninjas in Action was in the wrong spot on your list, but that's okay. It totally makes sense. It makes sense.
Wasn't in the wrong spot. 5 on it's just a better song.
You know what? When you're right, you're me. So that
Wow.
you and I have chatted for almost 4 hours. This is my longest mic check episode.
Good Lord.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, but I've had the fucking time of my life doing this shit. I love getting to talk to people
fun,
about psychopathic and Juggalo shit because I don't really get that.
No, me neither.
Because God
My wife
knows,
is tired of hearing it. She's been dealing with it for 18 years. She's like, just shut up already.
Because God knows, Shmeev only does this because he likes me, and I feel like that like goes down a little bit with every passing episode. I love you, Shmeev.
It's his burden.
So it's always a lot of fun, and that's why I really enjoy getting to talk to other people. I'm excited to have a couple people lined up on some forthcoming episodes of Juggalo Judgment coming out in the next couple months. So this is always super cool, and you know, we'd obviously love to have you on an episode of Juggalo Judgment at some point in the future if there's something that you're interested in to BS
Anything,
about. If you
absolutely. And speaking of posse
sure
cuts, when are we getting the posse cut with me, you, and Robbie?
one day
putting it out.
it'll fucking happen.
Okay.
We'll do the Juggalo round table idea.
Juggalo
that
round
was thought
table.
up, and we'll figure out a way to make it happen. We'll do it.
Yeah.
So, before we sign off on here, anything that you'd like to leave off on, where people can find you, if you have any projects that you'd like to promote, I'd be happy to give you a little bit to spotlight.
I actually do. I have been painfully digging through archives of songs that I recorded upwards of 20, 25 years ago. And when I say songs I recorded, I mean like a lot of them were just recorded straight to cassette. Some of them were dubbed onto multiple cassettes to make multi-track recording. Some were actually made on an actual like Porta Studio mixer, and some have even been made on my computer. It's a huge hodgepodge of shit. There's some acoustic solo tracks that are really folky and weird. There's some grungy garage punk stuff that I did with my band back in the day. There's some stuff that I used Fruity Loops. And much like you heard in the intro, but there's also songs that I used that and put guitar over the top and vocals and try to turn it into a rock song, which is interesting and weird, and it's not for everybody. But anyways, I've been going through and I've been trying to clean up these old recordings, and because I don't feel like these songs have ever gotten their due. Nobody's really heard them. I've never released anything. I've been playing music my whole life, and I've never released anything to the public. And I figure it's time. I have been sitting on these recordings for 20 years, and it's time for them to see the light. It's time for people to hear them. So they're on Bandcamp. Right now, everything that's on there is free. I've got one album with my band Awesome Possum. I've got a couple of singles, and then I've got a solo album coming up very shortly, hopefully in a couple weeks, maybe a month. And it's interesting stuff. I know you've heard a little bit of it, and it's dirty, it's grungy, it's lo-fi. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the songs. I think I wrote some cool songs, and I want people to hear them. So I'm on Bandcamp. It's jiggles.bandcamp.com. Just go on there and download the songs. You can throw some money at me if you want, or you can just download the songs. Yeah, I've got an Instagram page for that. It's called Gray Note Records, at Gray Note Records on Instagram. Um, I'm doing what ICP did back in the day, and I'm pretending that I have a record label, and eventually someday it may actually become a record label. But for now, it's just, I figure, Gray Note. And it's a gray note because I feel that all the notes that I play to make these songs, they're all in a gray area. It's not quite rock, it's not quite punk, it's not quite folk. It's all kind of in a gray area in between. And also kind of paying an homage to Blue Note Records, except for mine is gray, so it's not really as interesting. So yeah, you could find those Gray Note Records on Instagram, Jiggles on Bandcamp. My personal Instagram is at TheHomieJigglz. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, and what I'm doing. I'm going to hopefully start making new music too. I just want to give these old songs their due before I refocus and try to write new stuff, which should be interesting because I haven't written a full song in at least 15 years.
Gotta dust it off, man.
Gotta dust it off. And I'm doing covers too. I did two Neil Young covers. One's up now. The other one I actually posted to my personal Instagram today. And I've got some more ideas, some more covers I want to do, and doing at home live recordings of some of my songs. They're not going to be, like live streamed, but they're recorded live and then I throw them up there. But yeah, so that's my stuff. Jiggles, Awesome Possum, Gray Note Records. If you don't know, now you know.
If you have trouble finding, the Juggalo Judgment page does follow Jiggles, so you can find him on under our
there you go.
follow list. So yeah, go ahead and do that. I do want to point out, I did check out. You did send me the one Neil Young cover. The was it the Keep On Rockin'?
Yep, Rockin' in the Free World.
Right. Yes. And I dug that, and I did see the video that you posted earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And that was dope, and I was like, "Ooh, harmonica!" This
I used to play
a man of many talents.
I used to play. I'm
going to throw just an idea in the hat. Okay, when I see the harmonica, I'm like, "Oh man, there's some shit that you could probably get." Part of me wants to say Blues Traveler. However, Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Okay.
By Tom
the
Petty.
great Tom Petty. Sure. I used to play that song.
I feel like it's worth a shot. I want that cover from the TheHomieJigglz.
Okay. Do you want it stripped down acoustic, or do you want me to make a full production like I did Free World?
I think that you should do it the way that you want to.
Because fun fact that Rockin' in the Free World, I played acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards, and I sang. And it was the first time I had really sat down and done an entire song on drums, and definitely the first time I ever recorded it.
God damn. Well, I personally think you killed it.
Well, thank you. And another fun fact, my son engineered it.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought him.
You started him off young.
Yeah, I bought him a Tascam Porta Studio for Christmas, and now I'm like, hey, use it on me.
Use it
for me. Because really, I bought it for myself. That's what parents do.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead and check out Jiggles on the various shit that he just mentioned. We'll put some links in the description, assuming that I remember, and if I don't, you guys will tell me, and then I'll put them in for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike, for having me on. This was a blast. It's late and I'm tired. It's way past my bedtime. But I had a blast. It was fun, and I would love to do it again, man.
Awesome, dude. Thank you very much for coming on. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, I could do this for fucking hours, as we've already seen.
I can do this all day.
4 hours, and thanks, Cap.
I'm with you to the end.
Yeah.
I'm with you to the end of the road.
So this is gonna be fun as hell. So I'm totally gonna reuse reuse that track. It's probably going to be an outro track that'll play for a little bit too. So again,
Nice.
Jiggles, thank you for gifting me that. I really appreciate it.
Hey man, I know you like
And,
the Def Leppard, and I made that.
Hell yeah, man.
I made that beat back in
Hell
like
yeah.
2005, and I was just like throwing samples at Fruity Loops and just doing shit, and I just
That's what we have fun with.
I dug that up, and I'm like, man, you would love this. So
It's perfect. It's perfect.
cool.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you very much for listening to Mike Check for this fucking long.
Yeah.
Remember that you can check us out on our various social media platforms. It's Juggalo Judgment pretty much anywhere. You can send us an email, juggalojudgment@gmail.com. You can hit me up on my personals at Mike Spun, SEJ on Twitter, and Straight As Juggalo on Instagram. So on behalf of myself and my esteemed guest, Jeremy, the Homie Jiggles, thank you very much. Stay safe. Peace out.
Stay gold, homie boy.